Hey everyone, welcome to the We Do podcast, where we do the gaming news for you. We've got episode 4 here. Just give you a quick little rundown of the stories before we go to everyone. We're going to be talking about the Xbox preview event, PlayStation 5 price increases, Square Enix was voted #1 publisher by Metacritic, and Nintendo doing cheaper prices for digital games, and topic of the show being layoffs in the gaming industry. I've been personally playing Fatal Frame 2 Remake, getting close to the end. I have been enjoying it, but there is some little things I wish with this remake they would have made a little bit better, since it is a remake, to kind of just make it not easier, but a little less jank in some spots to make it feel better. I've been still playing Pokepia. That game is fun, but that's a game you have to limit yourself playing, because you can easily play and say, I'm going to play for 60 minutes only, and then look, oh, I spent 7 hours here sitting today doing that. Especially, I think we all know a few people in our life that would happen to. And also, I've started up as of yesterday Life is Strange Reunion, because Life is Strange is back. And I will say this one is better than Double Exposure.
Oh, okay.
That one is, boy.
They're all cringe.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
they're all cringe, but I'll be honest, and I was gonna save this for the inevitable review Fry and I'll be doing. I started out playing these games because they were cheap on sale and they were easy platinum trophies.
I know there's worse reasons, of course.
Even I don't stoop so low, and I'm the platinator, and I don't stoop so low.
Yeah, well, exactly. But Kirok, what have you been playing?
Well, I got a question about the ones you were playing. Fatal Frame 2. You played the original or no?
No, I have not played the original, but you can, when you play a game and you can feel, because it is from the PS2 era.
Yes.
You can feel stuff of that era, the good and the bad.
Yeah.
Like, I still like the game, don't get me wrong, but we will be doing a review once I finish it. It's just a matter of, I can't really justify sending to people, even if you get it like on PC side, you get it for like 50 something.
Right.
I can't justify that price point. It's a game wait for sales.
Got it. Okay. I've been knee deep in Crimson Desert. Game came out on, oh my god, I don't even remember the date it was.
I think it was March 19th or something like that.
Yes, that's it. March 19th. It was a Thursday, and I've been playing it. I've clocked in about 20 hours so far, just a tad over 20 hours, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it immensely. Initially, at the very start, I commented, I was streaming it at the time. I commented, hey, you know what? These controls suck. Because it was so hard to just do certain things that you would normally expect a game like that to have. But anyways, it's one of those type of games where as you keep doing it, you develop a muscle memory for it, and then it kind of disappears. Let's put it that way. But other than that, like I'm enjoying it. There's enough there that keeps me want to play again and again and go back to it. And there's enough there that I've heard people say the story isn't the greatest. I'm okay. I'm interested in so far the little bit of breadcrumbs that they sprinkled. Loving the game, playing it on PC. Graphically, it's a beautiful game, and there's a lot to do in there. I have 20 hours and I haven't even left really the main area of the town I'm in the map. It's crazy.
See, if I played that game, I would not do anything on the story. I'll go around just collecting all the cats. Be like, okay, you're mine now. Let's go.
I'm working on a cat right now.
I would make a complete cat army. I think it's online that there has been players that made like cat armies. I'm like, that would be me. I'm a crazy little cat man, apparently.
No, there's no apparently on that one, Marble. There ain't apparently on that. I can say that with definitive truth.
Once you befriend a cat or a dog, but I know the cat for sure. I'm not sure about the dog. You can buy the cat clothing.
Well,
Oh,
Look.
Yeah, it's like what were these guys thinking? But it's so cool. Anyways, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut because I want to save some for later. Maybe
We'll be talking more Crimson Desert later in the episode.
Yeah,
Boo-boo, what have you been playing?
Well, I've been playing. I finished the story mode on Seven Deadly Sins. My
nice.
opinion has shifted a little bit from because I was a bit sour because of the microtransaction stuff last episode. My opinion changed. I just started to enjoy the game and the world a little bit more. The story is actually a very, very solid story, and as this type of game, it doesn't finish. There's going to be an update in the future that's going to give you more story and more story and more story because things weren't actually resolved. Because if you resolve the story, it ends the thing that you can get characters from different worlds, at least from what I understood. What pains me the most is it's because it's a sort of MMO without one of the M's, because you're not like you can find people around the world just in the hub city in Leones. But you need to play, like if you want the better gear, you need to do online quests, like dungeons, bosses online, and being stuck in the middle of an island in the Atlantic Ocean, it gets very hard to find connections. So it pains me that I can't progress more in the game, and not because of that, but I want to move forward because I did what I want to do, which is story mode. I already deleted the game. When there's more story mode, I will probably get it back and I will continue from there. The other game that I've been playing on stream and actually surprised me a lot is Octopath Traveler, because they did something that, again, I haven't played every game, but only one game did something similar, and it was that Legend of Zelda, the one that you go into paintings and go 2D and you go on the walls.
Link Between Worlds.
Link Between Worlds, exactly.
Mhm.
Where you have Hyrule, and then you go to the other world, which is Lorule, and it's an identical copy. So, they did something like that, where you have your worlds, where you do all your things, and then on the last part of the game, you go to hell, and it's the world with the dead people there, and you're facing people that you killed during your travels, and there's regrets, there's stuff there. It's starting to close storylines in a sense, and I was tired of the game, but when they introduced that thing that you go to hell. Oh, by the way, spoilers if you haven't played the game.
Oh no!
And I really enjoyed that mechanic, and they did something, and this is unique because I haven't seen this anywhere else, because there's a section in the world that you can't access because it was destroyed, but in hell you can access because it was destroyed. I didn't know. Look, I know people go to hell. I didn't know a town could go to hell, but I guess you can. You guess you can. And that city that is not accessible on the real world, on the living world, it is accessible on the hell world. And it is a town that is, because 0 is a prequel to 1 and 2. That's why it's 0, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and so on. And they keep talking on the other games about that town, but you can't access that town. And now you can access through hell. And it was a very unique mechanic. I'm really enjoying it. And it revitalized the interest in the game at the end. I'm really enjoying exploring hell. Kind of reminds me when I spent time with my ex. Memories,
Fair enough. Fryman, what have you been playing?
I'm joking.
Well, I've been slowly making my way through Crimson Desert as well.
Yeah.
About 7-8 hours in, and I'm about to be done with Act 3, because mostly I've been focusing on the main story for the most part with this kind of game, and I'm liking what I'm playing of it. I played it on PS5, and surprisingly it runs very well being on that console. In performance mode, the visuals, you notice it does take a hit, but overall it's fine. It's overall fine, and it's slowly opening up, and I'm liking it a lot more, but it definitely has a very slow start, I would say. And the controls take a lot of getting used to, for sure. And just like Burley, I too have been playing Life is Strange Reunion for the inevitable review. So, and I actually beat it yesterday. because I've had 2 days off and I've already beaten the game, and it's Life is Strange. I'll just leave it at that until the actual review comes out.
Oh, come on. You shouldn't have rushed through it. You just I know you wanted the game done. You could have had it simmered your whole weekend.
I took my time with the time I had to beat the game, and I beat the game. So never say I'm not dedicated, good sir.
I know.
But I do have, and also I did pick this up actually recently. I picked up Yakuza Kiwami 3 pre-owns because I got it for a decent deal at GameStop. So looking forward to playing that. I might stream it sometime next week or probably after the show, but we'll see how that goes. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Right on. And last but not least, Merple.
I beat Digimon on stream, so I've been playing that for a bit. I did not kill you, Burley, this time.
One out of 20 streams, he didn't kill me.
I named all my Digimon after like viewers, so Burley's one. And I just recently, as of last night of recording this, I started up Resident Evil, the very first one. I'm liking it. I could definitely see the age of like when it came out compared to like games nowadays. I do like the fact that it doesn't hold your hand. It just throws you in there. It's like, good luck.
It's called survival. That's the idea.
Survival horror.
Pretty much. And, like,
Survival horror.
I'm running around grabbing all these items. Like, you have limited storage space too, which I'm happy about. They didn't give you like a whole huge like, all right, you have like 20 slots of storage. I think you have like 6 or something like that.
Depending on the character, yeah.
Okay, depending on the character. I'm only playing as Jill right now because Fry recommended me to do the first one as Jill.
She is the best character to start. Chris, have fun with that.
Oh God, I'm not looking forward to him now.
It's a remake. It's a remake, right?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
the thing.
Yeah.
He's playing the remake. Like
Yeah.
if you play the original, then you'd see that like because they improved
Yeah.
a lot of things for
Yeah.
the remake, which
Yeah.
came to the GameCube as an exclusive. Then later,
Yeah.
came out.
I could definitely tell the age because I'm not used to. I'm still getting used to the controls because I'm not used to those type of controls. But I'm like,
It's tank controls, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
and
The
then,
Old days.
Yeah, the remaster does have like more direct controls that you can have, but you'll notice how they clash with the fixed camera angles a little bit.
Got it.
yeah, and that's another thing I'm slowly getting used to the fixed camera angles because I'm not used to fixed camera angles. I'm either used to camera being like over the shoulder type of camera, or when I play God of War, even though God of War's fixed camera angle too, it's the originals, not the remakes, or not the remakes, not the North Saga.
In the new ones, yeah.
The Nordic ones.
Yeah.
The Nordic.
Those kind of camera angles I'm used to, but not like you can't see over the corner. Like there's been times where I go to move across the corner and then turn and boom, zombie. I was like, what the fuck?
Have you come across the dogs? Because
Yes!
that
You should tell man. You should tell them about when you open the door, Merple.
Yeah, Fry's like, oh, go open the main door. It's like, oh, I thought that would have been locked. So I opened it, and then I'll calm down. I'm like, Fry.
Yeah, the best part is that's new for the remake, and the original.
No,
is
it's
jump
not
scare.
new. No, it's not new for the dog coming inside the house. It's new.
Yeah, that's the new
I got
part.
shit scared when I was younger because like, can you open the door? Because I would play the game unsupervised. The game wasn't mine; it was from a friend of mine and an older friend. And when he was not home, I would like roam through his games, and I was like, "Let me see Resident." And then, can you open the door, bro? When you open the door, the dog comes out, and then you try to close. Bro, I turned the PlayStation off. I remember clearly, clearly. One day when we talk about Resident Evil 4, I have also another story about that. Not with me, but with my 5, Resident Evil 5. But my neighbor, that's also a fun one, but I'll leave it for that one. But yeah, good on you, Merple. I'm happy since you are a scary person. You don't like to play horror games, and you're going forward. That means Resident Evil 9 had a great impact on you.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy.
I do plan on streaming all the way, like pretty much one. I'm gonna call this one because it technically is all the way throughout, and then I might play the side games.
Yeah.
I still very much want to play Code Veronica.
Yeah.
I need an emulator unless if they come out with the remake that's rumored.
It might be out by the time you get to it. You never know.
Probably.
Well, there's a lot of references to Code Veronica 9. If you, they are pretty much letting you know Code Veronica's coming.
And when I was playing the original, I'd be like, "Oh, hey, these are the references that they were making in 9." Now I can kind of understand them.
Exactly.
I've enjoyed it. And Digimon, well, I don't have to say how much I enjoyed that one because that's all in the review that me and Burley made.
That's true.
So that's why I just be like, "Oh, I streamed it, I beat it." Moving on.
And with that, let's move on to our first topic, the Xbox partner preview. So we got a few things. We got announced some games that we knew were going to come. I grabbed the wrong article. My bad. But we had stuff like,
look, everyone that picks Xbox is picking the wrong one, so it's not a mistake. That I completely understand. You're gonna get it right. He's trying to get the PlayStation 5 article. That's the right one.
Thank you thank you for the Engadget article. We got Hades 2 coming to Xbox Series and PS5, which I've heard good things. I need to finish Hades 1. I bought it actually on Switch because when they had it on sale last year, it was cheapest on the Switch over than getting it on Steam, funny enough. So I was like, okay, you know what? And I had fun with what I played. I just haven't gotten that, that good run where you win. I know they recommend beat it 5 times to get the
5 or 10, give or take.
Whoa. What?
Yeah. It's
for me. It's beat the game once and look up the endings because
I've at least beaten the game once, and I did see it's like the more you play and certain routes you take, it unlocks more of the story details, but you can see generally what the story is about within one playthrough if you want to. But yeah, same. I might try Hades too because I really like the first one.
But I just found it funny. This is the Xbox event. I'm guessing because they've had this set in stone for a while, that they put, when they had the Hades 2 trailer show and run, PS5. It's like, remember this, because now they've got the whole new leadership and stuff in there. Right. So it's like, you really want to show that?
I watched the partner preview. I watched it, and I remember when this trailer came up, I was like, "Oh, what game is this?" But I never played any of the Hades, and when I watch people stream it, it's not my cup of tea. But when I saw this one come up in the preview, I was like, they show the girl kind of taking her top off, and I was like, "Oh, there, right there." I was like, "Oh, side boob." Maybe I want to play. Maybe I want to play.
Yeah, hey, we do everything for the side boob.
Yeah.
I remember. I have a good memory of the first one because I streamed it, and yeah, the gameplay. I do love roguelikes. First of all, I do love some roguelikes, and I remember I was playing this, and I defeated Hades, like first time, and then I was like, yes, the game is done, and then there's like a second turn, and Leo was on the chat. I was like, are you dumb? Don't you know there's always a second phase? Like fuck. And I died on the second place, and I have to go back to the beginning. So yeah, you know what? When the Game Awards, the event for the Game Awards, I did say that I think this game should have won Best Art Style because the art in this game is beautifully done. For me, this is the one. It said it went to Expedition 33, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it did.
Let's assume everything went to Expedition 33.
Pretty much.
No.
Yeah.
Well, it did win Best Action Game, though, I believe. So,
yeah.
Game Awards.
And yeah, I think Best Art Style because I love the art style. The gameplay seems very similar to the first one, maybe with new weapons, the new character, which she's the sister from the guy from the first game. I expect like new bosses, some new mechanics, but the core to be the same. Where roguelike, each level, then you get power-ups from the gods. I'm assuming that's the same thing. But yeah, if it's good, don't mess it. And the gameplay was good, so I think they kept it the same and improved, just tweaked it here or there, things that could be better. So very happy with this game. This is going to Xbox. That's a very good one for them.
And you're getting animal familiar, so who knows? You might get a chunky cat in there.
Chunky cat.
There you go. Purple's like, chunky cat. Gotta play it. I gotta play it. Gotta play it. I know this one, I'm sure a few people were happy. The Yakuza developers, Stranger Than Heaven game. Going to span more than 5 time periods. Yeah, going to be set in 1910s, 1940s, span through 1915, 29, 43, 51. So this looked good.
This is another series that I've been meaning to get into. I just never did.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. From what I've heard, this hopefully is its own thing. Just it has some ties to the original series, but I think mostly its own thing. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. It definitely looks very interesting, especially from this trailer. It's like it looks very cinematic for most Yakuza games. So I'm very curious, especially with the different eras that you're going to be doing, and there is some detective elements to it from what I remember reading about. So I'm looking forward to it, and I hope it's good, because especially when I've heard I haven't fully played it. I played the demo for Kiwami 3 before I bought it, and a lot of people were not fans of Kiwami 3 due to what the direction they took it, as well as like how other things that weren't just part of the game that the developer decided to do. So I'm hoping this game at least is not like Kiwami 3, but I guess I'll find out how bad it is later. So, but from what I've seen of it, it looks good. I'm definitely curious what they do with it going forward. But apparently also that even though they did show it here, there is like, as they say, that like there's a whole event in May where they're going to show even more. So that's probably when a release date and an actual like somewhat demonstration is going to be there. And the other good thing is like they actually showed this is coming to Game Pass day 1. So very, very curious about that. I might even resub. Who knows?
Oh wow! Okay.
Big words.
I was going to ask a question about it. I can't remember now. It's okay.
It wasn't important then. It wasn't.
That means it wasn't important.
Well, if it comes on later on, you just
blurt it out. You got it. Okay.
Yeah, then you can edit and put the question here and everything. No. Yeah, is that Snoop Dogg? Looks like Snoop Dogg.
Apparently, it is actually Snoop Dogg.
It is.
Yeah, apparently it is. He posted it on Twitter yesterday.
Nice.
What the hell, bro? Snoop Dogg is the guy. Like he conquered music, and now he's just doing side quests, man. He has the best life. I swear. I never played the Yakuza, so I've seen people. Bunny Zero, a good friend of ours, because he shows up, he supports us on Twitch. He's playing this one of the Yakuzas or something like that. I've been watching him play. Like it's one of those games that I like to see, but I think it's too much for me to dwell into it. I think it's that thing. It's too many hours to stay there. And when I was younger, like I was 16, I would probably have all the time in the world. Right now, I don't have all the time in the world. I'm struggling to finish Octopath Traveler and doing like other stuff on the sidelines. So I'm going to see Fryman streaming it probably, but I probably won't be touching it. It does look, the concept looks good. I feel like you can't have one character, because if you're going from different time spans, unless you start as a baby and finish as an old man, you'll have different stories. So that might be interesting to see. Probably it's related.
Yeah, allegedly I've heard, because I've seen the other trailers, you are playing the same character throughout the eras. Apparently he doesn't age. He doesn't age though. So I'm curious how that's going to go.
Okay, that's okay. That's different. I didn't Didn't you?
That's what I've heard. At least what the OG trailer showed, because this was announced last year at I think no, it was announced at the Game Awards that we went to that one year, right, Burley? And
yeah,
then
2024. Yeah.
Then last year they showed more at Summer Games Fest, and I think that's when they dropped the tagline. It's like, yeah, he's an immortal who doesn't age, and it's over 50 years or something. So I'm curious, very curious.
As long as he keeps committing crimes and running the family correctly, he won't age.
Yeah. And also, Sfubu, if you think beating these games is a commitment, look into how people have had to 100% them. This is one of the worst series to complete.
Wow.
I'll tell you that
Or
right now.
get the platinums, yeah.
Yeah, especially when
that's
one
why
of
those
them, especially when one of them actually requires you to know how to play mahjong. So,
Bro, I just know the name. I don't know anything else about that game. I just know what my
or
genre is.
the cabaret side quest
that's
clubs
fun.
being the
That's fun.
No,
That's
but
fun.
those become like a job. You doing those and getting that maxed out and getting all to get the perfect women to be your host and getting the best clients and all that. I've seen that stuff, and I'm like,
yeah.
that side quest is like 30 hours on its own.
Oh yeah, that's not even that. It's like there's other ones where you're a real estate agent or you're a taxi driver, and those are long too in the other games. So
When
it's
is
like,
it
yeah,
out?
don't know. It's out this year, but they haven't given a release date. It's just I think they're going to reveal it at their May showcase.
Right on.
Probably fall, I would imagine, or the day before GTA 6.
Hopefully.
And Dispatch is coming to Xbox this summer. I'll be honest, I thought Dispatch had come to Xbox originally.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
No. Apparently it only.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to add on to it's like apparently it only came out to PS5 and PC first, and then it came to Switch about a month or two ago, and now it's on Xbox somehow.
Yeah. So I was gonna say, like, didn't it beat Xbox? It went on a Switch. They beat Xbox to this game. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they didn't believe. I don't know a lot about this game, but from what people told me, it's like a Life is Strange. It's like a point and click story related stuff.
It's more like
Telltale. It's done by ex-Telltale people. You're basically you are a superhero. Stuff happens. You're working for a superhero company. You're deploying superheroes into areas, but this is an adult superhero game. There is nudity can happen and stuff like that.
Side boob, let's go.
No, there's more than side boob. I'll just say that.
Side bone, let's go.
Purple, you can't play the game. You're too young.
We can stream it, right? Not against TOS. We can stream
No,
it.
it's not against.
Okay.
Yeah, it's. I've seen people stream it. I want to try the game, but it's just like even when it's been on sale for this style of game.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. It looks great, and like the writing and the dialogue, and it got nominated, and I think won one award last year at the Game Awards, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, maybe.
It was.
I think you're right. Yeah. I would. It's not my kind of game though. Like in terms of subject matter, I do like point and clicks, like the original Telltale series, the zombies. That was beautiful. But I didn't even play it. I have the game and I didn't even play it. I prefer watching these kinds of games.
Yeah.
So if you were streaming it, I'd be there glued because it's like episodic usually, and I just keep watching it.
Well, I kept applying back in when this game came out to get a streamer copy.
Oh, gotcha.
but no luck.
The biggest reason why I want to play Dispatch, not because of nudity. If I wanted nudity,
press X to doubt on that.
if I wanted nudity, I would go to The Witcher 3 specifically. But the main the main reason why I want to play this game is because, believe it or not, there's actually 2 YouTubers that does voice in this game. One notably is Jack Sepicai, and oh my god, what is his name? Penguin Zero, I believe, is his YouTube.
Yeah, Moist Critical. Yeah,
Moist Critical. That was his name. Thank you.
Also, Alana Pierce is in this game too.
She is? No way.
And the Aaron Paul too, the guy that played.
He's the main character. Yeah, he's the main character. I met Jacksepticeye at the Game Awards. He was really cool.
Bastard.
I know.
Whoa!
Yeah, it's okay. Okay.
Merple is
yeah,
out for blood this episode. Don't worry. After this episode's done recording, we're going to give Merple the intervention for his out of blood and Fubu for his EAFC addiction.
But yeah, that's why when I watch trailers and listen to certain characters, I'm like, oh, I know who this is. I know, like, that's Jacksepticeye's voice. I watch him. I actually have a Septic Sam. I'm not going to get him because he's up on a very high shelf and I can't reach it. And then when I listen to another character, I'm like, oh, I know that YouTuber. I also watch him. I couldn't remember his name was Voice Critical. I just knew his YouTuber name was Penguin Zero.
It's both his names.
Yeah.
He goes by both.
Yeah.
So don't worry about it.
That's the main reason why I want to play this game. Is again to support my two favorite YouTubers and also support the game too, because I do enjoy superhero games. That's why I'm also big into playing like Marvel Rivals. I'm getting into the Batman series too. But yeah, I want to play this game so badly.
Yeah,
but I can't justify the price point right now because very much owe.
Yeah, I played it at launch, and at first I definitely knew about it because especially when it was announced. So they were doing the episodic release like the old Telltale games were, and thankfully it wasn't like months on end. It was just a couple of weeks here and there. So I thought it was good. And it was fun at first, because there were theories going around about where the plot's going to go, because there is a mystery to it as you play it. And overall, I really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to if they do a sequel, because apparently they are in the works of deciding where they want to take this, which I feel like this could easily become a new franchise, and I'm looking forward to it.
I just want to go punch some dicks.
Okay.
There's a character called Punch Up, and he's a little dwarf little dude. And that's all he does.
Okay. I thought it was your crime fighting gig, like later at night. Okay.
Purple is short, so that's probably what he's doing.
Exactly. I'm short, so I can do that.
Purple punches up.
I don't have a lot to say about.
Okay, there you go. Go to our Patreon to fund the series, the superhero series of Purple. There, where you've got going. Okay, and then we also had Blumhouse horror-centric cozy game Grave Seasons getting the release date of August 15th. Get the little trailer going up here. I do like the art style. I saw some of this live, but I was also busy work week, and this was like 1:00 my time. This event was going on, but this was a much shorter event than their usual event.
Yeah, I do like how it's giving you vibes of a cozy game, but as the description up there says, it's apparently a Lovecraftian nightmare. So I'm kind of interested in it. I'll definitely keep my eyes out for it.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm seeing it now.
I feel like this is the perfect game for Leah. She loves cozy and horror. For her.
Ooh,
there you go. Yeah, I was gonna say this would work. I agree with you. Leah would definitely enjoy this game.
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
Oh,
there you go.
That was dark.
There you go.
I'm
I think it has potential. People will like the art style, and somebody might pick it up thinking, "Oh, it's a cutesy little cozy game," and not realize it's horror.
Yeah.
And then as they're playing it, they're like, "What the?"
Watch the first 30 seconds of the trailer. Watch just before the scene where the claw comes out and trips the person. Like, oh, I'm sold. But we've got the demo coming soon, so that'll be cool and interesting to try it out.
I'll definitely try.
I think this one is coming for pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Comes out in August of this year, it just said. And the demo's not live yet, but I'm sure it'll give it a week or two.
Give it after Easter, and we'll get that.
Probably.
I'm gonna explain. I like the graphics. I like the idea. The concept is good. I think I would rather play Resident Evil 9 or 8 or whatever instead of this, because the mix of cutie things with horror things, I think it's even scarier for me, because this is not like a monster shows up. It's like this is gonna torture you psychologically, man, because that's what the game has to do, because it's not gonna scare you with the graphics. So yeah, it looks good, but I will buy it to give to Leah, maybe. Don't show her this episode, or she's gonna charge me this.
Well, I think we know what Leah's going to say if she watches this episode.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Buy me this, boo boo.
Yes. It should be cheap, because the game doesn't. It's not going to be like a 70.
Oh, it's Blumhouse. It'll be a cheaper release.
Yeah. Okay. So that's good. They usually do good stuff.
Yeah. And we got Stalker 2 getting its first DLC, Cost of Hope, coming this summer. I have not played Stalker 2. I've heard some good things. Like, I remember watching people. I know at first it launched okay, and then got some updates that improved a few things, if I remember correctly.
You are correct. I bought it on a sale, but I haven't played it yet.
Yeah, I played it through Game Pass when it first came out, and it played fine until the rest of the game came and showed itself, and I'm like, oh god, this was not ready to come out, because it was definitely one of the buggiest and unfinished games of the year it came out. So thankfully, I used Game Pass and played it.
Yeah,
but I still liked it. You know, if you're a fan of, like, I want to say, like, Fallout and the Metro games specifically, I would say this is definitely for you. Just now is definitely the time to play it, and not how it was at launch. So I think you're in for a better treat, and I don't know if it has or not. I think it's now out on PS5, because I remember it was a timed exclusive for a bit. So
yeah, I think it came to PS5 near the end of the year after the game got the patches and fixes. Because I remember there was the whole thing. Because I remember, correct me if I'm wrong on this, anyone in the comment section or anyone here in with us, that there was the meme going on when it came to PS5 being like, oh, it's finally fixed because it came to the PS5. Because I remember seeing some stuff on Twitter about that.
They probably wanted to avoid a cyberpunk thing all over again. Remember, they had it on the store, they pulled it, then didn't come back.
And Sony was doing refunds, and that's something Sony
never does, right?
Yeah. If Sony's giving you refunds, you can tell there's something.
Very true.
I think there's another game out that's broken, and then the developer's like, "Oh yeah, here's a full refund if you bought it digitally." I can't remember what game it is.
That's a lot of games, sadly.
Yeah.
It's a lot of games actually. Yeah.
But
I just seen a little thing before we start live.
I do think there's more Burley that was shown at the partner preview, because I remember there was a lot more.
I wrote down a couple that caught my eye. I don't know, maybe if you want to search while I'm like, I can mention a few. There's one called the one that caught my eye was The Expanse or Osiris Reborn.
Yeah.
So it's based off the TV show or the Prime Video, I believe it was, series of The Expanse.
Okay.
I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I assumed that's what it was the moment I saw it.
Yeah, I believe so. It is based off.
And I love that show. I'm a huge fan of that show. I watched the whole thing. Went through all the seasons, and so this game looks super interesting. Although I caught a glimpse of it. I didn't really, I don't know the type of game that it is. I need to spend some time going through it and figuring it out. But this one did catch my eye.
I've heard a lot of people talk about this game like it's going to be the next Mass Effect.
Yeah, it's like, what does it say? It says third-person action RPG. So
yeah, we got the beta coming next month, April 22nd. So that'll be interesting and coming. The whole game is coming spring.
The question is the next Mass Effect, but is it like the original trilogy or Andromeda? Because I get there, the Andromeda was not that good of a game. I don't like when people go with it's the next this, it's next that. It creates a lot of expectation. And
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
and when it creates a lot of, like, if it was from the same developers or whatever, maybe, yeah. But I don't like when people are saying, like, I might be wrong in this comparison, but for example, if the way I'm seeing Crimson Desert, we'll talk more about it later, but the way I'm seeing Crimson Desert, I'm seeing it like Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom on steroids, massive open
Yeah.
world.
That's fair.
If people came to me and said, "Oh, this is the next Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom," I was like, "What? No," because in my mind that was a unique game, and that would be a bad comparison because I would be like, "This is not as cute. The world isn't as friendly. It like the way I see Crimson Dawn is that it's sorry, not Dawn. I'm saying Dawn. I don't know why. Crimson Desert is it's rough, and it if it says it was the next Zelda, it would be a lot of pressure on the game. And saying the same thing with this game creates a lot of expectation and pressure on the game. And then when reviews start to come out, there was like, "Oh, it's not the next one. It's a completely different piece. It doesn't live up to the legacy of the other one, whatever." And that's what's gonna ruin games. Like, because me, I don't usually go for reviews. Like, I'm a gamer. I make my own reviews. I might love a game that you hate. It's because I love the game, and I'll say great things. Suicide Squad. Burley hates. I love Suicide Squad. I thought Suicide Squad was a great game. And yeah, I don't like when they say that. I'm gonna wait and see what this game is. If there's this inspiration in the Mass Effect, great inspiration. That's always good. But I'm not gonna say it's the next one because I think Mass Effect was a unique thing of its time, and sometimes that's hard to replicate.
Sorry, I heard Suicide Squad and great game. I'm like, what? I was there day one. Sorry, Fubu. I cannot agree.
That's the thing. No, that's the thing. Like, it's subjective. That's subjective.
Yeah,
I remember I played Suicide Squad. I had the blast with the game. The run and gun, I was having so much fun with the game. And I do understand, like, it's the same thing with Star Wars Outlaws. Burley doesn't have the best experience with the game because the game was broken when it came out.
Oh, day one. If you played that day one, Fubu, you played it day one like I did?
I played it day one, and I didn't find it bad at all. Like, I liked it.
Yeah,
But I never finished it.
Yeah, well, if you would have finished the game and seen some of the shit you had to go through.
guys, listen to me. Looking at this, like, viewers, every time Kirok says, "I didn't finish it," you take a shot. You're gonna be done for the day, man.
Oh, God. No. We don't need alcohol poisoning. No.
You
Yeah,
can if you want
but
to.
no, I played it after they fixed the game, like they did with we were talking about Stalker 2. They fixed the game, and I played it. I bought it super cheap. I loved that game. Like, I thought the world was lively, the towns, the story. I really, really enjoyed everything
I
about
gotta
that
get back
game.
into it. You're selling it to me right now. You know that?
Bro, trust me, it's really good. But like, you're gonna play it like in 1 year, or maybe you don't finish Crimson Desert and you go play.
Yeah.
No, but it trust me, I really, really enjoyed it. The thing that I didn't like the most was the space stuff when you go with the ship to space to do the dogfight in space. But I'm not the biggest fan of that, so maybe that was me. But the world, working with the factions, like, oh, I need to go to this area, but these guys are my enemies, so I'm gonna screw this faction that's my friend. So I start to become friends with those guys, so I don't have any issues there. And there's politics, let's say, like this. There's politics in between, and I did enjoy it. I did really enjoy it. I think it's a very good game. I don't know the hate on that one, and I really suggest that people that played it on day one or day two play after this patch come out, because I think they're gonna enjoy the game because it's very good.
I just don't like the story. I haven't played it, but I watch other people play it, so maybe my opinions would change if I play it. But like, the whole entire story, I was like, what? especially the end of it. I was like, what? What is going on?
Yeah, I briefly played it, so one day I'll go back to it. Not Suicide Squad though. I gave up on that.
Well, you can't now because it's closed. Anyway.
It's dead. Yeah, I know.
It's dead.
So going back to the partner preview, there were a couple of others that I wrote down on my list. One of them is the one you have on screen right now, Blue Happy Snaps. Bluey's Happy Snaps.
Murple's game of the show.
It looks like a
Murple's
really
game of the show.
cozy, cool game.
Yeah, no, for little kids and stuff like my niece and nephew.
But I was like, I'll play it.
Honestly, I would play it too because like the Bluey TV show, like the way that the Bluey TV show is set up, and I give props to the creators of Bluey. The way that they have it set up is adults can enjoy it and kids can enjoy it, and then the teenagers can enjoy it. It's a show that they don't lean too much into, like, I call it mind-numbing kiddie stuff, but they don't go into like heavy adult topics. Like I think there was like one topic that they did briefly talk about in one of the episodes, and I think it was a topic about like loss or something. And it was done in a way where it was educational, where it could teach everyone of every age, because you don't with loss, it's not just for kids. Adults experience loss too.
Yes.
So
There you go, Murple. Your game of the year coming in fall.
I got a question. I didn't know this, but you said show. This is a show? There's a show?
yes, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, I had no idea. I just learned that right now. I just like the cozy looking atmosphere, the environment, like the vibe it gave. I like that. I had no idea. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, it's been a show for a few years now.
Okay.
It's on Disney Plus, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I've seen a few episodes, and like sure they do I think in a lot of some of the episodes, or maybe all of them, where the kids might have a little bit of like tantrums or hissy fits, but I'm like, one, they're kids. That's kind of expected of kids. But it also, at least in my opinion, it kind of teaches parents how to handle that type of situation as well. Of like, your kid's throwing a tantrum into the store. What do you do? Type of thing. Because there's no like hand guide of being a parent.
No, it's actually going outside video games. They do say that to educate your children, it's better to show Bluey rather than Peppa Pig, which is another very big IP for children.
Yes.
Because Peppa Pig teaches your kids to be more
Bratty.
Bratty. Yeah, that's the word. I was trying to find a more expensive word, but yeah, bratty. That's the word. And this one, it's much better to teach your kids, and like Mark was saying, like also helps the parents. So it's a show for all generations.
Yeah, I would much rather watch this than Peppa Pig, honestly. Like I had two of my cousins was young, like they're both younger than me, and like this is what they watched Peppa Pig so much. I'm like, I hate this show. It's so dumb. Can I go to these pigs? And my little cousin's like, don't say that, but it's funny. And like even now he's like, he's like 20 now. Oh my god, he's 20. And like
and still loves Peppa Pig.
And no, he loves Bluey. He's like, I would much rather show this. And now my other cousin, who has a 4-year-old son, she would much rather put this on over her childhood session, which was Dora the Explorer. Fuck, she'll put this on over that.
Dora the Explorer is still some.
Well, you know what? The game's going to feature hundreds of collectibles for you guys to unlock.
Oh no.
So we need your 100% video guide later in the year from.
No.
I think we'll put Kirok, Fubu, and Murple to task on that. That one.
But yeah, no, Bluey is definitely a game I would play, and I want to watch more. I want to watch actually Bluey. I just need to sit down and watch it.
Yeah.
There's another one they had on the partner preview called Artificial Detective.
Yeah, that was the very last one they showed.
Yeah,
I
it
believe.
looked really nice. Like
Yeah.
it looked graphically, it looked very impressive. From what I gathered from the preview, Artificial Detective is like in the video, the character you play as the artificial. From what I gather, you play as the artificial detective, and he's the only one because he says, "I'm the only one." And all humans are gone. There's no humans. So it struck me like really, really like, wow, it's like a end of the world dystopian situation. And you got to figure out what happened, or at least that's what I think you have to do. This one probably piqued my interest a little more than the Expanse for one that they showed.
Yeah, same here. I will say the vibe, like when the gameplay is shown, I definitely got the vibe that this kind of looks like a little bit like The Last of Us almost, especially with it's over the shoulder third person. You're protecting a much younger character, and it looks like it's you versus the world. It's like I'm kind of curious about all that, especially in this world where all humans are gone and it's just run by robots. And this is apparently it's from a very, very small team. So I'm very curious on how they execute on this concept, and hopefully it's good. But
Hopefully
we'll just have to wait. We'll just have to wait.
It kind of reminded me of Stray a bit. Only
just a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit more action from
I need to finish that game.
Way more action, yeah.
And so the sequel or the DLC after the ending, a character is going to come in with a golf club.
No.
Look,
I gotta go now.
if that wasn't
That's long.
Exit stage right.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
not gonna rant about that.
Yeah.
I do want to mention another one that's on the. I saw you scrolling through it that I saw in this, and it caught my eye probably a little more than Bluey did, and that is the Forever Ago one. It looked like a nice, peaceful narrative game. Oh man, I'm trying to remember back a few days, and my brain is mush right now. But it's a nice art style, and it was almost as if somebody had like. It shows the life of these people, but I don't know if he's like. There, see now he's sitting in the same scene with a beard. So I projected that it's like in the future, and one of them is missing, so their significant other may have passed. But it's no action. It's just a good-looking narrative. So it reminds me of the other game that I saw once before called Gone Home. No, not Gone Home. The Lake. I think it was The Lake.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Hopefully it's not cringy.
I don't know. It didn't look like it from the
don't think so.
preview, from the trailer.
Yeah,
it looks good.
This for me, like I definitely like the look of it. It does give me vibes to another game that came out like a while ago. I think it was called Firewatch. Where
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a good game.
I played that.
Yeah, nice.
One of the few games that made me cry.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
I thought he was going to say one of the few games I finished.
I finished it. No, I did. I finished it. One of the few games I finished it.
I believe
right,
it.
I never played Firewatch myself, but I watched another one of my favorite YouTubers play it, and I teared up by the end of it. And even the YouTuber teared up because he experienced stuff going on in Firewatch that resembled his own life.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this game, man.
Yeah. There was stuff in it that happened in my life, kind of. So yeah.
I'm not going into like what Firewatch is because
definitely go play it though. It's a great game.
Yeah. Yes. I'm definitely going to try out Firewatch if I can pick it up on a sale or however much it is right now. If I'm not too for it.
It's not an expensive game too, but I believe you should play it.
But like even this game does remind me of Firewatch too.
Yeah, at least the initial setup with how it's like okay, it looks like it's about someone who had a life and now he's living out on the road, probably to escape everything that has happened in his life. At least that's a setup that reminded me a lot of how Firewatch initially starts. For those of you who've played the game.
Is it made by the same people?
No, but it is.
No.
It is published by Annapurna, which I'm like, I haven't heard that name in a minute because it's like they just vanished for the past couple of years.
Okay.
Well, I know they've got a couple projects in the fire, so they're just waiting to get it's about. Anybody got any other games you want to talk about that was in this event?
There is one, because funny enough, this game, it's not new, but they gave the release date, and the release date is, as of recording, 3 days from now. That's Super Meat Boy 3D, and I just looked. The demo is out for it right now, and it is coming out on the 31st. And this I'm excited for as a fan of the original game. I never played the pseudo sequel. I think it's Super Meat Boy Forever. But this, it's like, yeah, this is just Super Meat Boy in 3D, and I love this. I love this trailer.
Oh yeah, and they're keeping with it that it's where it's going to be tough as ball. Because I played the first couple levels of it because I got gifted the game or bought it on one of those early humble bundles where spend $10 get 15 games, kind of thing.
Yep.
And it's like, yeah, this game looks good, and it looks like they're doing it faithfully, transitioning to 3D. But yeah, as this guy's going nuts, yeah, I know you're going to die 5 million times and then probably do the whole thing of when you do complete a level, see all 500 deaths as you're going through.
Oh, and coming to Game Pass? Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah.
So it's their first 3D of Super Meat Boy, right? Because the others were all like
2D.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
I like that trailer. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Of having like mix of a real life person and then the gameplay and the person just raging.
Because
and
you
the best...
relate to that. You relate to that because I played the original one, the first one, and like the first few levels, you're doing great. Yeah, you think you're the man. Then weird stuff starts to happen, man. Like who, bro? The guy that made this level was possessed by a demon and wants me to suffer. That's the only way I can say it.
No. It's who hurt you to make this? Who hurt you to make this?
No, and in my opinion, and we've seen with big franchises like Sonic, it is very, very hard to transition from 2D to 3D and still live up. Yeah, I'm thinking about Sonic. But again, Sonic's such a big IP that it managed to survive and end up making good games. I remember, I think it was Earthworm Jim. You guys remember that from PlayStation 1?
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, with Super Nintendo, Genesis originally kind of...
I remember playing it on the PlayStation 1, and like it was good with the 2D environment. I think they then tried the 3D game, and then it flopped. And because it's not that big of an IP, it kind of died. It's like now a cult game. So far for this trailer, I think it's going to be a fun one. It looks hellish, which is exactly what you're expecting from this type of game. I think it seems like the transition is very well made, and hopefully a lot of people will play it, and especially if they're giving it on the Game Pass, there's going to be a lot of people at least trying it out for 5 minutes and then deleting it because fuck this shit, I'm out.
They'll make the first 2 to 3 levels fair enough where you may die and you'll be like, oh, okay, you know what? I mistimed my jump. But once you hit like level 5, you're going to be, why? Why am I playing this? Why?
Like that guy in the video. Ah!
I'm not going to rip my shirt, but go for the effect.
I mean, I would pay for that if you did it on stream.
With what money you going to pay for that?
He'll pay you in pennies.
Exactly.
I take bits.
Exactly.
Yeah. I just posted this, but yeah, I love the description on Steam where it's like the infamous tough as nails platformer now in 3D. That's all you need. That's all you need.
That's everything. That's the perfect description.
Yeah, but no, I'm looking forward to this, And so hopefully it is a well transition. And also going back to Earthworm Jim, Fubu, they actually tried to bring it back, but now it's probably dead.
Yeah.
Because it was going to launch on that Intellivision Amico thing that is pretty much dead. Yeah, less said about that, the better.
Yeah, exactly. Then let's not mention that. That makes me sad because it had potential.
It could have had, but yeah.
Alrighty, anything else on the developer director?
Nope.
Looks everything looks good to me.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it was an overall good little event. Nice to see with what Microsoft has coming on the platform.
It was a bit short. I was expecting it to be longer, to be honest, but then.
But just in a few more months, because we're already at the end of March, we're gonna get Summer Game Fest and all that, and Xbox's event there and all that. So, but now let's. I hate saying this, but let's talk price increases. PlayStation. Yeah, I don't like doing this. Talking about this, prices are going up. We all know the reasons. We all don't need to. I don't think we all need to get into the reasonings why.
I bought my PlayStation for 400 euros, man. I think it was 400 euros. All right, was it 500? I don't remember, but it was cheap, man. It was cheap.
Yeah.
Bro, looking at this. By the way, just so these guys on PlayStation know, UK is Europe. By the way, UK is Europe.
UK is Europe. Oh yeah, that's right. UK is Europe. You're right.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, they could have just put a slash there, like euros and dollars or the pounds. They could have done that,
They didn't. But you know what? The Canadian market doesn't get theirs.
I know.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
And it's not just the consoles, the PS5 digital or
the
base
portal.
or the Pro. The poor portal is going up.
Yeah.
Like that one surprised me the most because the portal doesn't have that much RAM in it and storage because those are affecting it, and now the whole with cost of gas to ship everywhere and oil and all that going up is affecting it. Like PlayStation, it has been a bit since they've done their last increase. I get it. This sucks.
It sucks, dude.
Yeah, it does.
That's for us in Canada. A PS5 Pro is, if you do the conversion, hopefully this is up to date. I'm using my phone. $1,251. Is that right?
By the time give me a sec because there's a Twitter account I follow.
That's stupid.
Where they have the Canadian pricing. Hold on, I'll tell you before.
Yeah.
I think he does it before tax. The base PS5 with the disk drive will be $819.
God damn.
This is before tax. $749 for just the digital. PS5 Pro $1,099.99.
Okay,
The portal $319.99. That's before the 13% tax for anyone that doesn't know.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. That's insane, man. Come on.
So it's well, this is my my income tax refund. I might as well just be sending that over to Sony if I'm going to get the. I was going to do it like I had a pay stub kind of thing. Be like, here's my pay stub to buy this.
Okay, I'm gonna be a little transparent here. It might make me look a little bit like a guy. I have guess how many consoles. No, I don't want to do that. Guess how many of the PS5s I own.
Two.
Two. Okay, I have two PS5s and a PS5 Pro.
Oh.
Okay,
That's three PS5s.
I bought two.
PS5s.
Literally, I got lucky at the time because it was impossible to find them. And I got two because I ordered in two different places. And when I got it, I was like, I'll keep it. Whatever. I don't care. Then I have one here when I'm streaming, and I have one in, in the living room when I want to play. And through cloud saves, I can continue the same game. Then the PS5 Pro came out, and I wanted to keep one and give back the other, but the optical drive died on it. So the optical drive is dead on that. I actually took the whole thing apart because I fixed computers and stuff. Figured out what model it is, found a website, and it was like $200 back then to get that. So I didn't bother fixing it. It's essentially a digital PS5 now.
Okay.
But I looked again, and the price dropped considerably. But this was months ago, before all this stupid price
Yeah.
gouging started, right? So now I'm like, maybe I should fix it. Like I invested. I didn't lose money. I made money. I could sell these consoles with a profit. That's insane. This is
Bro.
so
Let's
crazy.
say, you want to donate
yeah.
to a gremlin?
You want one with an optical drive that doesn't work?
Sure.
I think
Yeah.
Merple, if you donated it to him, Merple ain't gonna be like, no, you gotta give me the one with the working drive.
Well, fuck that. If I want to play PS4 games, I have a PS4. I just want a PS5, man. But I'm so
Yeah.
poor, I can't afford one.
No,
It's-
you know
It's okay.
what you're saying. I remember at the time, like I said, mine's one of the first ones that came out, and a friend of mine, he did the same. Like he also got a PlayStation on day one. Then he had some issues. He had some issues. Remember, this is COVID time, right?
Right.
Yeah.
He was having some money issues, and the guy was like, "Bro, I'm gonna have to sell my PlayStation." I'm like, well, that sucks, but if that's what you need to do. And at the time, he sold his console for profit. At the time, like because scalpers, not a lot were produced because again, COVID, everything was closed, and he sold his for like a €100 profit because there was none on the market. Now it's different. Now it's the price that it's rising, and I swear to God, the way things are, I'm just gonna start playing outside, man. It's that's what I'm gonna do. The graphics are better. The graphics are better. Storyline sucks, but graphics are better. And like
Astrobot says, buy
you
5,
can always-
boo-boo.
you can always go HD. You can always go HD.
You can always go HD. Nice.
No, but this is getting ridiculous, to be honest. It is getting ridiculous. No,
Very
it's
much.
again, we're avoiding now. Seriously, we're avoiding talking politics and stuff. But this, we don't want to talk about that. But we know what's causing these prices to hike. And the thing is, my biggest issue is, I wouldn't mind things rising for now because shit's fucked up. Oh, I can say the F for next episode. But things are messed up. I wouldn't mind like being higher now, but when things solved, it would go back to where it was previously. But the thing is, no, it's not it's gonna lower a little bit, but it's gonna be like 50 or 60% higher than it was before. It's never going to come back.
Yeah.
And the thing is, again, this is talking for me. Obviously, I don't know how every country works. If my paycheck kept up with the price hike, everything would be good. But the thing is, my paycheck doesn't keep up, and then we are getting we can't do things like go to a movie, buy the newest console. You can't do those types of things. Being a grown-up sucks, But I don't mind the price hike for now. It's like PSN. PSN as again, sorry, I'm going rambling out.
Sorry.
It's very fast.
Sorry.
PSN has risen its prices for the last few years, and they are giving less games. Okay, less games. The thing is, it's a digital game. They don't have an extra cost. A digital game is cheaper than a physical game because you don't need the CD, you don't need the transport, you don't need the retailer, you don't need
packaging.
a bunch of stuff. And why are you rising? Explain to me, because if I had to pay like I paid this year, 150 for the highest tier of PlayStation Plus, but they gave me Crimson Desert day one, I was like, oh, I'll pay this. I'll pay 300 a year if that needs. But they're giving me, I don't want to say crap games. But me and Merple, we do the reviews and we try to sometimes spin it to be the best thing possible, But sometimes you can't polish a turd, It's a turd. You can't do anything. And that's the thing. And everything is rising. And now they're doing this to video games. And to a lot of people, to a lot of people. People that they can't go outside because they have issues, can be severe anxiety, mobility. They can't go outside to enjoy time with friends or with people. This is their escapism from their bad life,
Yeah.
and they're literally crippling these people even more. They're not allowing these people to have an escapism from their life that's not that good. So I'm really, really disappointed. I do understand why. But I don't think it's necessary to do that because they already make so much money from other stuff, from video games, because at least the first known ones from video, they can. This is not necessary, in my opinion. Very disappointed.
Here's the other thing I think of when I see this, right? I'm like, okay, wait a second. There's obviously PS5 sitting in store shelves. Okay. Those have already been manufactured. Those have already had their expense to the business for R&D, materials, packaging, shipping. So why are those going up? Apply this to what is new and manufactured going forward. Right? Then that kind of makes sense because they have to cover the cost of what they're manufacturing now. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at it a little too black and white.
No. You're right. What you're saying, you're right. But this is not Sony's problem in a sense because that's the retailers. But I'm going to give you the example with gas. Okay. Yeah. And again, gas for me works different than for you guys because you're actually closer to the source. Portugal doesn't make its own, or they're not even close to it. But the thing is, I learned this many years ago. I was about 20 years ago, when I was 19, 20. It was the first time I remember a gas crisis, probably because the war in Iraq or something like that. I think it was 20 years ago. And I remember that first crisis, and my teacher was very, very pissed about the price hike. And I was like, hey, it happens. And he goes like, my name is Fabio, for those that don't know. He goes, Fabio, that's not the issue. They are rising the price right now on gas, but the gas is already made. The gas is already made. Yeah. It's already on the tank. It's already there. The price they're raising now is for the barrel of petrol, which you buy it at this price, goes to transformation into gasoline. So you are paying now for something that you're going to use in 6 months. But the issue is when the prices drop, they say, oh, we can't because this is only in 6 months. We'll lower the price in 6 months, And this is exactly the same thing. You are correct, Kiro. It's already on shelves. It's already built. You just need to sell it. But retailers, they're going to be like, oh, hey, that's an extra $50 that we can give to our people that own us, whatever I know the word in Portuguese. I'm blanking on in English right now. Shareholders. That's it.
Shareholders.
That's extra.
Yeah.
That's extra.
I knew
50.
exactly where you were going.
Yeah.
They're drying us. They're drying our wallets, and then you're gonna get to a point that you have to decide. Either my fun or my life, and obviously you're going to decide, oh, my life is more important because I need my life, So again, I don't like. I like to joke with some negative jokes, but this is getting too serious. So I'm not going to touch this subject because it gets me mad. Seeing people being greedy, that's what gets me very, very negative and angry. It's people being greedy. So it's life.
Sony's doing this now. You can guarantee the other two are going to do it. That's the thing. I saw one Windows Central. I saw an article on this, and it actually annoyed me. And they're like, well, PlayStation's doing this, but Xbox did theirs steadily small increases over the last couple. Like, Microsoft's just going to increase the prices. You don't think they've already thrown it to the consumer. They will do it again. They're in a weird spot. Like, because they're trying to they say they're trying to save the brand and do all this stuff, but they will find a way to pass the cost on the consumer more.
Oh, yeah.
On the Series S and Series X. Guaranteed. And Nintendo's going to do it. I can't necessarily blame the companies in a sense of like, okay, things are going up, especially on like old ones in stores. I wish they wouldn't do it. But like, new units as it's costing them more to ship and more to produce. I get it. I work in business. Like, I get it. You have to increase it because they're not going to, want to take the more cost to them, taking less and less on it because it's you can only do it for so long.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Look, in the end, they need to make people that invest them happy. I do understand the business. I'm talking with my heart as a consumer,
Yeah.
but talking with my mind, because again, you're in business. I studied management, and you need to make it green. Yeah, doesn't matter. It's 1 cent. Needs to be green. Needs to be green. You can't have a red result because that's very bad. It scares people. People then don't invest more, and blah blah, and then it's a snowball effect. Look, I completely understand. It just sucks, man. It just sucks as a consumer. It sucks that they keep doing this, and it sucks that our bosses don't provide this, because the problem is everything rises. Everything rises. Everything rises.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you this economics lesson. I came this in my mind. Okay, this is in my mind that I came up with this. Sometime I might be crazy and nothing gaming related, so I'll be very quick. Everyone knows what inflation is, right? But no one knows how to explain inflation, right? That's the thing. No one. It happens, but no one. If there was a law, and I swear to God that this would happen, if there was a law from the government saying, because again, economics, if the inflation rises 20%, that means everything around the world or around you rises 20%, right? It should be mandatory by law that the employee should give a raise on 20%.
Right.
That would help the society not get poorer, which is the problem with inflation. And I'm telling you right now, if this was a law worldwide that inflation is 20%, the payment, your paycheck should rise 20% as well. I swear to God, inflation would disappear.
Yeah.
I swear to God, inflation would disappear. Because
Definitely.
Again, this is my way of thinking. Like, I hope there's like an economist watching this. Like, this guy is dumb. Let me type it down and explain everything. I'm hoping someone explains it to me. But in my mind, I'm like, no.
Oh, please, someone do that. I would love to see that comment. And then, especially in the DM group, I would just be set. We have a DM group as we're making these episodes and stuff. Hey, Fubu, you remember when you asked for it? Ask and shall receive.
No, but the thing is, I'm not gonna get an answer. I'm not gonna get an answer because I'm pretty sure that would work. But again, they're not protecting the little people. They are protecting the big dogs. Okay, let's move on. I don't want to talk about this.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do feel bad for you, though, Merple.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
I'm
also, and if anyone wants a PS5 or PS5 Pro, definitely buy it before April 2nd.
Yeah.
It's a shame it has to be,
because it's just going to go up, right? So might as well.
It's pretty. Yeah, you might as well. If you had a thought of doing it, you might as well now. Same with the Switch 2, and maybe the new Xbox if you want it. So it's quite sad. This is the way things are, but it just kind of is what it is, unfortunately.
Please donate to your little gremlin. I'm joking on that, by the way.
He's not. He's really not.
No, the gremlin part is joking. He really wants you to donate.
Exactly, Fubu. Exactly. Okay, I think that's enough of the negative story. Let's go to something a little more positive. So Metacritic does every year, they do their annual game publishers ranking. And for number one, we got Square Enix, which I will be a little surprised that they won number one last year.
Yeah.
Atari
Yeah,
beat out
What are you
Sony.
doing there, bro?
Yeah.
Is Atari still a thing?
Yeah, well, they released those
they are.
collections and shit.
Yeah, they were. I do think they are a private equity now. I think they got bought, and now they're somewhat alive.
Okay. Hey,
Oh,
more power to
Sega
them.
beat Nintendo.
I believe it.
Wow, I believe that.
Damn, Microsoft. Just because Microsoft bought everything, I'm like,
Yeah, pretty much.
like, I was like, some of their games last year.
Oh,
Don't remember.
Capcom's number
Capcom
3.
is number 3. That's
That I'm not surprised because Capcom did put out.
And there's no Resident Evil 9 there, so
Mhm.
probably because it's
Monster
maybe
Hunter.
it's gonna be
They're
there.
gunning for number 1. That's
Yeah.
for sure. And they're doing a good job too.
They're
Yeah.
doing a great job.
Yeah. Well,
Like-
Square, like last year, they had some of their Final Fantasy stuff, the Dragon Quest HD for 1 and 2. They had Octopath came out last year, Traveler Zero. Like, they did have stuff, and like some of their other stuff, like Saga 2 Remaster. But I was just blown away that Square was number 1 last year for you guys. Like, I love Square. Do not get me wrong. They had 9 titles. And like I'm trying to remember them all what came out for Square last year.
Yeah, because all I remember is the PC port of Rebirth. That's the only one. I
Yeah,
know for a
that's
fact.
what they're saying there. 90.
and Dragon Quest, of course.
Yeah.
I think Square being a company that, Japanese, right? They
Yeah.
probably have a lot of titles that are focused to the Japanese market that don't really reach us. Because if you do something that's like 100% Japanese, it's not gonna work out on other cultures. I would assume that's the way that they're thinking. But I like this. I'm sorry, I'm taking the lead on this one because this is something very, very positive. If you remember a few years ago, they were dying. They were dying a few years ago. I was really afraid that like Square as a company would end, or maybe they would be absorbed by someone else, like a Sony or a Microsoft buying it. The turnaround that they did, and I think the key aspect of that change was those 2 HD games like the Octopath Traveler, Triangle Strategy, those games on those types of graphics.
Oh,
Because, like I
Dragon
mentioned at
Quest
the
as
start,
well.
yeah, Dragon Quest as well, exactly. Because I was playing Octopath on, like I said, on stream, and doing that game, because again, there's still good storytelling to tell. Octopath is one of them, but the amount of story, if you wanted to do like a AAA game, it would cost billions to do, because to build all the sceneries, the graphics, voice work for everything, it would cost billions. And I think with the 2 HD games that they came out with, because they're the ones I'm not gonna say create, but at least they were the first big studio that released something like this. I haven't seen it before. Now we see other ones doing that. Live Alive, that's another Square Enix game. I think they hit the nail in the head with those types of graphics, and they satisfy the older audience that likes the nostalgic games, the ones from before, like the older Final Fantasies, which Pixel Remaster collection. I bought that.
Last year they had the Tactics remaster.
The Tactics Remaster.
That one, yeah. And the remaster of Bravely Default on Switch 2, which is now on PC.
That's another great RPG. Again,
You said it right when I grabbed it from the shelf.
Nice.
Yeah.
And we did not plan this.
We did not plan that. And I'm very happy seeing one of the companies that I grew up with, because my favorite game ever is the original Final Fantasy VII. I like 7, 8, 9, 10. I hate 12 for a reason. I hate 12. I don't like the combat system, but that's when they started to dip. After 12, they started to dip. And I'm just going to say, I'm very happy to see a company that I grew up with having this moment right now. And I'm assuming that next year I'm not gonna say first place. I'm gonna go with Capcom. I'm doing my prediction. Next year is gonna be Capcom on top. But they have the Adventures of something coming out.
Of the Adventures of Elliot, the Millennium Tales, I believe it is. There's
Yeah,
Zelda.
exactly.
Like I played the demo on the Switch too. I've actually
That-
pre-bought the game on through one of the key sites for Steam.
Yeah,
Because that game just looks gorgeous, and it's their kind of take on a Zelda game, and it's in that
Exactly.
2D art style. I'm like, they're HD 2D.
Yeah.
You said it earlier, they nailed it with that.
they nailed it.
It's
They nailed it.
you can produce games quicker with that, cheaper, and you can, if you tell a well enough story, doesn't matter if you're 3D, 2D,
Yeah.
or how or if this is 4K, 8K, whatever. Got a good story, you got good gameplay.
Quality is quality.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I'm very happy for them, and hopefully this gives them a lot of budget so they can maybe remake Final Fantasy 8 and 9. So maybe.
Well,
they'll-
9 they've pretty much all but confirmed. We had what was it?
those
they-
leaks.
Yeah, they had an
what-
animated series that just got confirmed for 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, very happy for this. I'm. You know who's not on this list? That I saw.
Oh,
Who?
Nintendo.
Ubisoft.
Oh,
They're
No,
not
I think
here.
Oh, Ubisoft.
I think they
That they are-
just
they are
really
on the list.
low. They're just very
Yeah,
low.
How are they on this list?
I'm
Maybe
go-
it's only 37. It's only 37. There's
Oh,
no.
they're
no,
11.
Are they 11? Really? Oh, how did I?
Ubisoft scored higher than PlayStation. Like,
PlayStation and Nintendo. Wow.
What the? No, this is rigged. I call
Yeah.
it
Rigged.
and
Yeah.
higher than Sony. That's interesting. And Nintendo.
To be
oh, I'm
fair,
trying to remember.
Sony didn't really
So,
do
yeah.
much last year.
But Yote is better than what
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
Than
whatever.
Shadows, I can-
Maybe I skipped it. Okay.
So hang on. Can I say some stuff?
Yeah,
yeah.
I did show you guys that's the Final Fantasy, the original PlayStation game. One of my favorite games from Square Enix. But back then, I don't know if this is going to focus. Back then, it wasn't Square Enix.
or soft.
Squaresoft.
Yeah, Squaresoft. Love it. I've loved this game. If you like tactical type games, great, amazing game. And the one that they released last year, which was the Final Fantasy Tactics: The Invalids Chronicles, keeps I have the game. When you load it up, you can actually go into the revised version, which has better graphics. A little bit. They've added in some quality of life things into a tactical game, but the whole tactical game is still there. Including all the voiceovers. So all the characters have proper voiceovers, which is incredible. But at the start screen, you can pick to play this version, which doesn't have the voiceovers. The graphics are a little rougher. They're like the original. So you have that freedom, which is really, really cool. I really like tactical types games, and this was the one that got me addicted into them. And I played it forever. Did I finish it? No. But hang on. But I also want to say something else about Final Fantasy VII. And Fubu, you brought it up, and you said you absolutely love that game. Back on the PS1 days, I don't know if you know. I'm going to name a company, and most of you will know it. I don't know if you'll know it. You probably heard of it, Fubu. It's called Blockbuster. Doesn't
Yes.
exist
Yeah,
anymore.
I
Actually,
remember.
they're
I remember.
still-
But I didn't have it here in the island, but
Yeah.
it's an American thing. I know.
Yeah,
what-
so you
what-
would
what-
go
yeah,
to go to the Blockbuster and rent a movie on VHS tape or DVDs eventually in later in their life.
Yeah.
But they also
Yeah.
had video games, and I rented Final Fantasy VII for the PS1. Took it home, popped it in, started playing, and it was really my first exposure to that kind of RPG type game. And I gotta say, I didn't like it. And the thing that I hated about it was that I'm running across the world. I got to go from this place to this place on the map. And every 5 seconds I would get into this battle that I don't see coming on the map. I was so pissed off.
Yeah.
And thankfully I rented it. I gave it back. I didn't want anything to do with it anymore. And as the years went on, I'm like, everyone's talking about this game like it's the most amazing thing. And I regret how I felt about it. It's this weird I missed the boat situation, right? And then when Square Enix said, "Oh, we're re-releasing Final Fantasy VII," I'm like, I'm on board. And I played. I think it's Integrate was the first one, and Rebirth is the second, because they took the game and they split it into chapters.
Yeah.
I bought Rebirth, haven't played it. I bought Integrate, played it, finished it on my Steam Deck. Freaking awesome game. Love it. Yeah,
I
look
am
at that.
Which 2 version?
There it
Nice.
is.
Yeah, so kind of a
Came
weird
with the magic
story
cards,
in that game. Nice.
Nice.
I'm actually the opposite of that. I started how I got into Final Fantasy was actually through, again, Final Fantasy VII, because my sister bought it and she played it, and I was like, and as she was playing it, I was like, "Can I play?" She's like, "After I beat it." I'm like, "Okay, that was fair."
Nice.
And once she beat it, I was like, "Okay, well, now can I play it?" She's like, "Well, when I'm not using your PlayStation, because the PlayStation was mine, but of course." She's like, I'm playing it. Thanks, sister. Or maybe it was hers.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Or it was a shared console. I can't remember if it was a shared console or it was mine, it was hers. I can't remember. She took it when she moved out, so maybe it was shared.
I guess it's hers. It's hers now, at least. At least now it's hers.
Yeah.
No, she left it. I have it because I have it in a box somewhere in my apartment.
Then it's yours.
It's definitely yours.
Yeah, but I played it. I loved it. I didn't beat it, but I watched my sister beat it, so I do know the entire story.
Hey, that's my line. You can't use that.
The story is very beautiful. I think from what I'm remembering, Square Enix was actually going bankrupt or like going out of business until they made Final Fantasy VII, I think, or the Final Fantasy.
No, the first one. That's why they called it Final Fantasy. It was their final. If that game did not take off and sell, they were done.
Okay, that's what it was. Maybe I was misremembering the Final Fantasy timeline. Yeah. But there's something special about Final Fantasy VII. I do remember that.
It was Final Fantasy VII was the most and still is the most popular JRPG outside of Japan. Because it was the game that introduced an entire generation into JRPGs.
Okay, that's what it was.
Pretty much.
But when they announced like, "Oh, we're going to do a remake of the game," I was so hyped because it was it's my favorite Final Fantasy game. Mm-hmm. And I actually hate the remake. I hate the remake. Wow. I hate Rebirth.
20 out of 10. 20 out of 10.
20 out of 10.
This is just my own personal opinion. I do not like how they... I understand when they make remakes. Like, the story's never going to be one-to-one. I know that. Mm-hmm. That's not what I'm upset about. It's how much they changed.
Okay.
From the original. The fighting of like a free roamer battlefield type of thing, I don't care about that. That's fine. I still wish they had the option for you to have almost like going back to a turn-based type of thing. Mm-hmm. That's fine. That's just a little nitpick, but I don't like how much they changed on the story of pretty much trying to implement like, hey, this is an alternate timeline, by the way. I'm like, okay, well then it's not really remake in a sense.
Yes and no.
Yeah, really, because they're trying to make it like, oh, this is going to be exactly like Final Fantasy VII, just with better graphics and quality of life.
No, that's a lie.
That's a lie. That's very much not what it is. And then I played Rebirth. Oh boy, I hated it.
Oh wow,
that's what turned me off. I'm like, I'm sorry, Square Enix. I love you. You make somewhat good games.
Well, they're number one this year, so it's good games.
I do like a lot of the games that Square Enix do make, but I have found, this is my own personal opinion, Final Fantasy has been going downhill a little bit in like, it seems like they're focusing. I'm streaming Final Fantasy 16 too, so I do like Final Fantasy 16, but I really do feel like they're putting all of their money into graphics, making it look graphically good, but the story's lacking, in my personal opinion. Because like, it's like I love Final Fantasy 16. I watched Burley stream it, and and I'm currently streaming it myself, but I do feel like the story in that's not as good as what I was hoping it to be, in a sense.
Okay.
So it was really, to me, it went downhill after 12 too. I also never played 12. I played a little bit of 12, never beat it. I sold it right away because I was like, yeah, I hate the fighting mechanic. But I feel like that's because they didn't really get that type of fighting mechanic yet of that what they have now. So that it was kind of like that awkward in between phase of like we're trying to get away from the turn based going into what we have now, but it
was a mistake, in my opinion.
In my opinion, I do feel like that was a mistake too. That's why when I played again Expedition 33, that like so many people was kind of screaming at Square Enix like, this is what a Final Fantasy game should be.
Exactly.
My personal opinion.
No,
Like,
it's a great one. It's a great one. I don't agree with Rebirth not being a great game. I think Rebirth was a great game. I lacked. That's why I joke, because I did. Burley was amazed. Like, you already made a review? Yeah, I already made a review. Like the game came the day before.
Because you marathoned it. Like it came out on a Friday night. You marathoned it and you had it done by Sunday midday or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Sunday or Monday. Because it's been a few years when Rebirth initially came out.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, I was maybe at like chapter 4.
No,
but,
and sorry, Marple, go.
I was gonna say, but if you take away your playing the original, like let's just say you never played the original, I will say it is good if you never played the original, but if you played the original going into this, it's almost like night and day. To me, I feel like even the story, like what they're going for in the story, is not the same. It doesn't have, specifically in Rebirth. I'm not going to spoilers, by the way. Even if you played the original, one of the characters dies. In the original, that scene was so impactful, so emotional. Back then, when I first played it when I was a kid, I actually did cry at the scene. Because it was so impactful. Like, her music was playing even throughout the entire scene. And then you have the remake in Rebirth. I thought it was still going to be very emotional. Throughout the entire scene, I was like, what the hell is going on? Because... like it kind of seemed like she died, but she didn't die. Oh, she's dead. She didn't die. It's just like the scene is completely muddled up. I don't even know what was going on in the scene. I'm like, you took a very emotional scene and fucked it up.
I wouldn't say they fucked it up. They changed it and made it different because if you would have did it the original way. Like I understand. I would also like I have loved these remake games. They are different, and you have to take them different compared to the original. But if I would still like to see a 1-to-1 basically HD-ified, and even if you wanted to do it turn-based or action-based, I'm down for either. You could make the argument either way for me. But with what they did with Rebirth, they changed it. They had to make it different because if you made it the same, people would say you made this the same, where you've been changing stuff from the first game with remake and integrate and stuff. You can't then just make the scene exactly the same, especially with all the stuff that goes on throughout the Rebirth campaign.
Then the answer to kind of go back on what you said earlier, Merple, when you said that unless you haven't played the original game, then you'll probably enjoy Rebirth more. It's like, you need to play both to understand it, because both games are quasi remakes / sequels to the original game. So if you're not already a fan, you know nothing about this game at all, really.
But I understand. I think even Square even said this too. I could be wrong. Anyone here or in the comments could correct. I think Square even said like, "Hey, by the way, this is almost like a parallel universe." So. Like there's the original timeline, and then there's like a remake timeline.
That's where they screwed up, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And you're right. The first one, that's why I wasn't mad when the Rebirth came out, because I was mad at the first one because when they say remake, I'm expecting 1-to-1 everything, and then I started to notice, okay, this is like a parallel universe type of situation. So it's like a continuation of the story. I'm feeling that on the third one, the worlds are going to merge, and you're going to have an Aerith from another world. You're going to have a Zack from another world, and everyone's going to team up like the Avengers at the end and go to fight. I don't know. I don't know, because you already did the epic fights from Sephiroth. You did the fight 1-on-1. You did the Bizarro Sephiroth. I think maybe only the one winged angel not formation, the form, maybe
they haven't.
But
They haven't done Savior Sephiroth either.
Yes, Sephiroth. And Kirok, since you didn't finish the original one, correct?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, because every 5 minutes you're fighting. They did, I think, one of the most recent updates to that game. Even on PlayStation, you have those quality of life so that you can double speed.
Turn off encounters.
You have no encounters. So I really suggest that you go back, put no encounters. Look, go easy mode. Make yourself invincible and just enjoy the story. Because what Murple is saying is right. They are screwing the original story, but at the same time, this is not the original game. They sold it as the original game, which was a lie. They sold it as the original game, but it is a different beast. It is a different beast, and the story is going differently. And for me, I'm enjoying. I'm hoping. I'm really hoping there's when they finish, they released the third one a few months later, they just released the free games all together, all stitched up, and you just do the full game, at 200 hours, and everything. The combat system is the same from the beginning until the end. There's no the level cap is not 50 like on the first one. It's the level cap can be 200, and you do the game. I'm really hoping, and when they do that, I'm going to do the full trilogy in one go, because those games are I really enjoy Remake and Rebirth. I'm sad that it's not good for you, but again, it's your opinion. It is your opinion. I respect it, because I do understand, like I was saying before, the game was 20 out of 10 for me, but then after I did the review, I started to get not the story beats, but I started you have Red 13 in the soldier uniform. Well, not the soldier, but the Chinra soldier uniform, and he starts dancing like Michael Jackson. I was like, that's stupid. I don't like that. That was way too goofy. But then you have great things, like they added the Queen's Bloods game. That's an amazing game, bro. I'm still amazed they haven't released that as a solo game, with microtransactions for you to buy.
Don't give them ideas, Fubu. Don't give them ideas. Don't give them.
Yeah. No,
but I do like some of the stuff that they did add, I think they in the first one they kind of elaborate a little bit more on Don, whatever the hell his name was.
Don Corneo.
Yeah, him. I think, I believe the character Louis or whatever his name was. I think he's new, he wasn't in the original, he's a brand new character. I did like that addition where it kind of explained that a little bit more from the original, because in the original it was just oh yeah, he's there, he's trying to look for a new wife, blah 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 blah.
Aren't we all looking for that? We are looking for that.
And I don't know why, but when I got to the one phase, I really enjoyed it. When I played it, it was when you went to the Honeybee Inn. That dancing scene, I don't know why, but I actually did enjoy that. I thought that was just
I would say the both games are great when they were just remaking Final Fantasy VII. When they try to do all the other stuff, I think they fail. Yeah. But I do think I liked also in Rebirth where they touched on a character and a plot point from Crisis Core, because I was like, that's technically the prequel, so I'm glad they brought that in. And I do still like what they've done with Zack, although I'm curious where they're going to go with this, truthfully.
So I need to interrupt. Sorry, Fryman. Sorry. They did something very, very, very wrong with the remake of Crisis Core. It's exactly 1-to-1 what Merple wanted for Final Fantasy VII.
Okay.
But they should have changed the end, because we all know that he dies in the end. But instead, they should have connected the remake of Crisis Core. He would survive, and it would lead to the post-credit scene of the Reintegrate DLC, where he's in front of the church looking for Arif. Then you'd realize you'd be playing in a different universe. Bro, they missed that one so bad.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad they didn't do that though, because I'd rather the original Crisis Core just stay what it is.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Before we go on though, I am sick of your guys' Final Fantasy 12 slander. Okay, Final Fantasy 12, great game. All right,
Great.
all right, great game.
Hey,
Yeah.
Is 12 the Zodiac?
that's the Zodiac Age.
Zodiac Age.
Yeah, I actually played a little bit of it. I like it.
I'm going to show you guys this.
Yeah,
Since
this
we're
is
flexing,
the
we're flexing.
Oh, the
PSP.
No.
The PSP from Crisis Core.
yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah,
The Zodiac Age is a different game though.
Oh, it
compared to
is?
the
Okay.
original. So it is a more polished and it is better than the original release.
Okay. I
It's
didn't know
just
that.
the one thing they do is once you unlock a new character, you get to choose their class, and that's their class from like the start to the end of the game. You cannot change it. Unlike the
I
other
played
game.
the original. That's
Yeah,
why I'm
also-
like, this game's not for me.
Yeah,
I
this
don't
also
like
has a speed up feature that makes certain things much faster and better.
Oh yeah.
And guys, this is why Square Enix is number one. Like, we're talking about a PC game that was re-released on a game that was re-released on PC. That's why they're number one, because they're making great games. They deserve the spot they are in, because they're making great games. Because you see, we love the games that they're releasing. Well, Merple doesn't like it, but we love the games that they're releasing. But so that's why we're talking about Final Fantasy Square Enix being number one.
I did enjoy the first part of the remake of 7. I just did not like.
I didn't like
Rebirth.
I didn't like the end personally. I liked Rebirth when it was just Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But that's just me. I did not like Rebirth, but I did enjoy the first part of it. I would replay the first part over and over and over. Will I replay Rebirth or play Rebirth? No.
So we're gonna see you next year with part 3 though, right?
Oh,
Gotta see how it ends.
Levi.
Hi, Levi. You decided to make-
Levi's making his appearance. But I think here's a good spot to swap to our next story here.
Yeah.
Yes, because if not,
This one, I don't think we're going to go off for 40 minutes on. Nintendo switched to game pricing. Nintendo threw us all for a loop here because I did not see this coming. Starting with Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, if you're buying it digitally on Nintendo's eShop, you're getting a discount. For here and this even applies here in Canada, because if you were to buy the game physically in Canada, it is $99 before tax, $112 worth tax. Here on the eShop here in Canada for Switch 2, it is $84.99, and so with tax, $96. So you are saving quite a bit.
Yeah,
I am actually, I am, like, they got rid of the whole eShop ticket things, the game vouchers, which I love them. When they first came out, I was using them, and then they took them away, then brought them back, and I was using them again. Because you did save like $30-$40 buying through that way. But it is a nice little thing. I like that Nintendo, out of all these companies, is like, okay, if you support us digitally, we'll give you a little bit of a cut, a little bit of a discount here, make it a little cheaper, which is so nice.
Yeah.
I have a question. Is it a game key card on the physical?
For
I don't
Yoshi,
think so.
I don't know.
think so, no.
No, yeah, it is. I don't think it is.
No, it would only
Usually
be for
Yeah,
It was-
usually
it
for
was a
first
third
parties,
party.
they don't make game key cards. Usually,
yeah. I think the one exception was Pokepia, but that's
Yeah.
technically developed by a third party, just it's using Pokemon.
yeah.
Mhm.
So that's a big savings. Yeah, that's really good. If you were going to plan to get it digitally,
Yeah. I like that they're doing that, and I do think they're using it with the wrong game because Yoshi's a very small game in comparison. I would hope they would maybe try it with like a bigger game because it's rumored that the new Fire Emblem is coming out sometime in May.
Oh yeah.
Supposedly, I figured that would be a more interesting test to see if it's going to work. Because
Right.
not saying that Yoshi looks bad, it's just like it's a very niche though in comparison to like Fire Emblem and any other first party release they normally have. So, but I'm so curious. I'm glad they're trying it. I kind of wish more of the more of the console manufacturers did this, considering it is more expensive to make a physical copy of a game compared to a digital release.
Exactly.
So I'm curious how this is going to go. And I do think Yoshi looks good. I might try it. It's just, I do think, that something more well-known should have been the one to try this out with. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see on how it goes.
Yeah. The real impact would be with a very well-known game. Yeah, I think you're right.
But if this is the start, though, if this is going to be the way going forward, and this is just the first test, and it's like that's fine with me. Still, as long as that's the standard going forward. But yeah, a game they could have started with that's more popular. I would have been more interested to see how that would play out.
Understandable.
Because they almost always listen to sales more than just feedback at the end of the day.
That's true. That's true.
I'm hoping it continues and keep doing this. And I would love for Sony and Microsoft to look at this.
Yeah.
Because it's the thing, as you were mentioning earlier, of you're buying something physically. I get it with the price because you got to buy it. In the case of Nintendo, you got to buy a cart and put stuff on a cart, the packaging and all that. I would say a manual, but we haven't really had game manuals in how many years?
Yeah.
Then you're dealing with the retailers too.
Yeah.
Look, if GTA 6 doesn't come with the map of the city, I'm gonna riot.
Same. That has
wait for
Nintendo
Nintendo Switch 2?
For everything.
No. Yeah. Because that's the standard. They've always done that. They can't change now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Rockstar can do whatever they want, and people will still give them money. Let's be.
That's true.
No,
That's also true.
They haven't done the worst thing yet, but we'll see how it goes.
A game key card? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh well, they'll do a game key card for if because there is rumors that in May we're supposed to get an announcement on GTA 6 and that it's coming to Switch 2 day one, and it's like,
oh wow, okay.
That game, if it does come to Switch 2, it ain't coming on the full cart. It's a game key card.
You're right.
If you think it's coming on the full cart,
that's true.
Boy, do I have a lot I can sell you. Alrighty, I think it's time we start with the topic of the show: layoffs in the gaming industry. We've been having a lot of these. Few different stories of them. Ubisoft ends game development at Red Storm and lays off 105 workers. Oof. They were best known. This studio was founded best known for its Tom Clancy's video game franchise. For quite a while, that was one of Ubisoft's big cash cow before Assassin's Creed.
Exactly.
Those Tom Clancy games. I played so many of those, and they
OG Xbox, all the Rainbow Six games, Black Arrow, and so on, Lockdown, and so on. They were all Red Storm.
Yeah, I had the one on the PS2, one of the Rainbow Six games, and that was just so good. And then we had the headset that came with the first SOCOM.
Yeah,
on the PS2, you could use it on the Rainbow Six game, and it was cool. You could just go tell your the AI companions, be like, blank left, or
I remember that.
So it was so freaking cool. It was like, oh my god, this is awesome.
And they hang on. They shut down the studio, right? Yeah, that's their second studio they're shutting down recently.
They're ending the game development, but I think pretty much the studio we're pretty much just waiting for the announcement for it to be closed. It's basically being support studio now, but it's because as we know, as we've said before, Ubisoft ain't doing well.
Yeah.
And there's the whole Tencent is buying more and more of them, and Tencent is, I think it's safe to say, Tencent is running a few things there now. And it's like they have these different creative houses and stuff like that, and being like, here's your main franchises, here's your sub franchises that will try and do stuff. Like I want them to do more with Rayman, make a new game, especially after Rayman Legends was so good back in 2014. It's like
Rayman.
that game is one of the, if you love 2D platformers, play it. I've played, like, I have it on the Wii U because it was originally going to be like a Wii. It has special functionality with the Wii U, but I also have played the PS4 version because Sony gave it away. That game still holds up. Great platformer. It does the great thing of you have infinite lives. It's challenging, but you'll die, but you don't lose much progress. So it's a kind of thing of, you will take you a bit to do the levels, but you feel accomplished when you do beat them, and you have all the different gimmicks and stuff. But yeah, so Ubisoft closing them, laying off these amount of people. We're going to see more from Ubisoft, them killing other games and studios soon. Just because I don't think that Rayman game, like, I know it sold well at first, the 30th anniversary, but then there was some negative feedback with it after it came out. And other games of theirs that have come out, I don't think... Shadows, I know, isn't selling as well as they want it to. They've admitted that. And then when they did that, one DLC that came out was in collaboration with...
Attack on Titan.
Back on Titan. Me, I was like, why is this, like, you guys, this is not the game you do this for. You do that for some other cel-shaded thing and match it, try and match it. Assassin's Creed is not that, especially because this is your Assassin's Creed Japan, and you're trying just, Shadows didn't do well enough for us, so we'll just throw shit till it sticks on the wall.
Yeah, like, I like Attack on Titan, but, like, it was really jarring to see, like, Titans and the Survey Corps in Assassin's Creed. I'm like, okay, like, this don't mash together at all.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
what are you doing?
Then Attack on Titan's been done for like the past 3 years now.
Exactly. Like, yes, Attack on Titan is popular and, like, people still talk about it, but, like, it's not at its peak anymore because it's done, it's over, people's over it. Like, if they decided to do, like, a collaboration with another, like, I think at the time the peak was JJK at the time. I think you might have gotten people, but, like, even if you use JJK, it would have still have been jarring as well. It might have made a little bit of sense with maybe, like, you know, Curses, Japan, all of their yotais that they could have tried to say, like, oh, the Curses are yotais, blah, 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 or they thought that the Curses could have been yotais. I would have been a little bit more acceptable to be like that, but, like, Attack on Titan was not at its peak anymore, so I'm like, why?
The collab you're looking for is Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer, even Demon Slayer would have been better because, again, Japan, demons.
Yeah, you could either assassinate them, fight them.
The way that the Demon Slayer core is built, to me, it seems very Japanese-like. So I'm like, that would have made more sense than Attack on Titan.
You're right, Mark. You're definitely right. It was a weird pick, something that I saw, and I was like, first of all, I'm not the biggest fan of Attack on Titan. I've seen a little bit. It's like one of those, I'll see you one day. It's there. I'll see you one day. But when I saw that, like, this is weird. Never mind. Didn't make me want to go back into the game.
Yeah.
Thank God that game was a gift. I didn't spend money on that game. Thank God.
Right, Burley? Right, Burley?
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, you know what? There were some good moments in Shadows, and I got to thank for one stream when I was streaming that, because Kirok here gave me a good moment out of that with Shadows. See if he remembers.
Which one? Sorry,
When I was streaming Shadows, you remember you gave me a good moment on that.
I don't remember. I'm sorry.
You made me go back to Tamriel.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Here's Oblivion, so you can
Yeah.
stop
Yeah, 'cause
playing
we're-
it.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't to stop playing it. He said, once you finish Shadows, you can go to Oblivion. Because Oblivion had gotten announced to just Shadow Drop, like the Shadow Drop. But
No, but basically, yeah, but it's basically that. It was a gift. It was a gift, and my best friend, he gave it to me, and he told me, "You can sell it. It's okay." I was like, "No, but it's a gift. I don't usually resell stuff that people give it to me. I don't like to do that. It's not. If I did that, I think I could buy a new house or something like that, man. Like, people give me a lot of stuff along the years, but what annoys me here is we had the comparison like we're talking about. Can you go up again, please?
Yeah.
Go to the top.
Yep.
Ubisoft has cut 105 out of its subsidy. But we just saw a news that Ubisoft was like the 11th best game selling company in last year. But they're
or Metacritic's for them, yeah, publishers.
That usually is, if you have a good game that it's the 11 on Metacritic, it means you have good games. Good games usually tend to sell well.
Yes.
That you're firing people. You know? Again, I'm not going to talk a lot. I already raged enough about the hike on PlayStation consoles. But this is what annoys me. They are making money. They are firing people. I do understand that working as a game developer is not like my job as a receptionist. I assume that I'm going to always have tourism because people always have to come here. And people will want to come to my hotel and everything is okay. And I do understand that the game has a life cycle. It starts, has a middle, then it dies, and people move on. But this is not people moving on. This is a project was probably dead, or a project probably ended, and they didn't transition people to another project. No, that you're out, and that's what's confusing me, because logically they are selling well because they are 11 on the Metacritic. That means they have good games that sold, but they are firing people. They don't want people on standby. I assume they don't want, so they get more money to give to the shareholders. That's the only way I can see this going. And again, this is one of those things that I really don't like to talk, because again, makes me angry, makes me sad, because these people, I'm not going to say 100% of them grinded hard, because there's always a lazy bum in the group, you know. But a lot of these people work their asses off. They put family on second or third place so they can finish this project or that project, whatever project. And hey, it's done. Bye-bye, you're out. It really gets me sad and annoys me that people work like this. But again, I'm talking as a consumer, talking from the heart. From my head, again, shareholders are the most important ones because they're the ones that give money. So it's a mixed bag.
Yeah.
See, I'm being very negative today, but I blame Burley for getting these bad news.
They were founded back in 1996. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought they were
This,
founded much more earlier.
This
Yeah,
also
like-
isn't like the worst. This ain't the end of it though, right, Pearly? There's
No.
there's 2 other cases.
Yeah. Now let's get to Sony here. PlayStation shut down Dark Outlaw Games a year after its formation.
Oh wow.
So they're shutting it down. One of their first party studios before they even put out a game. Jason Schreier had reported on it. It was formed March of 2025 by former Call of Duty Zombies lead Jason Blundell. Blundell said, "We're working away in the shadows." But when they had something to talk about, they would step forward. That never came, and the studio is gone only after a year. It's become second Burnell studio to be shut down by PlayStation. He had the previous Deviation, then closed in 2024. Like, is this guy just the jinx, or is it
Yeah.
like
It's definitely something.
Earlier,
Sure.
I may have said is the second studio for PlayStation shut down, and I might have been talking about the wrong one, which was Red Storm. I think it was this one I was meaning to refer to. Sorry.
so,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they closed the other studio that we talked
Oh,
a few
yeah?
episodes ago,
Okay.
the Blue
Blue
the
Point.
Blue
Blue
Point.
Point. They
Yeah.
closed that one as well.
No.
This just stems to Sony's poor management.
Oh yeah.
Because we talked about that with the whole Blue Point, and it's like you had Blue Point, you give, like I think it was Fubu who said, give them a list of 10 games, have them pick which one they want to do. Okay, go see in 3 years. Okay, that one's done. Okay, pick. We tick that one off. We may have put another game on the list. Pick and just keep that, because that would have been a good money cycle, and just have something quicker they can get out.
Yeah.
Have something, a game every 2 to 3 years from them.
That's something very smart. I probably said that. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you did.
Probably, yeah.
But, Sony,
Allegedly.
right, just this. Sony,
Okay.
if you want to burn money, sponsor us. Give us some money. Keep going, Fryman. Sorry.
Yeah, I was just gonna add on as like apparently that they weren't actually working on a live service game. This would have been a full single player experience, and I'm just like, yeah, like what Burley said, it's like this is just a sign of Sony's poor management, and they're just throwing things at the wall, really, hoping it sticks, and clearly it's not working out. I'm just like, yeah. And just to rehash it again, like I always say, fire Herman Hulse.
It just sucks because like they didn't even have a chance to do anything.
Mhm.
Like you're saying, like, oh, a year should give them enough chance to like. No, games take time.
Yeah.
Like there has been games that's in development for like years before they show off even like something that that might be remotely like a trailer. Like, come on, like at least give them at the minimum 2 years, or you know, let them at least throw a draft of like a pitch of a game. I think that's what they use in the gaming community, is a pitch.
Yeah, a pitch before they inevitably greenlight the game. Yeah,
but
that's also in the movies too. That's in movies too.
Also in baseball, you pitch, right?
Oh.
Exactly.
And they're the ones with the baseball game, MLB the Show.
But
Yeah, that too.
It seems like they didn't even give them time to like pitch an idea, like tell them what they want to do.
No, they were working on a game, Merple.
Okay.
It's just they didn't get a chance to show the game because they didn't have anything to show upon forming in the last year, right? That was when they were formed.
Yeah,
so
March
they
of
were
last
working. Yeah, they were working on something. It's just unlike, I mean, you gave Concord, you let that piece of shit release, and then you shut it down, and you didn't even let them get a chance to be like, can you at least show the game first before you like just throw it away?
Okay.
But
so
and Fair Games is still going.
Yeah, that one still exists.
So like, yeah, it just seems like, even though, yeah, like you said, they were working on a game, it's just seems like they didn't give them enough time to cook, in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because like they could have still have been on storyboard, they could have been still making the artwork. Like it takes time, depending on how big this studio was. Like they could have been pretty small, or like even big studios takes time to like, you know, like throw artwork, make sure like mechanics work. Because like you don't want to. I'm pretty sure developers or anyone don't want to show like, hey, this is our idea for a game, and show it to them like a little trailer. And it's buggy as hell in the trailer.
Oh, come on. You don't want to just say we're making Elder Scrolls 6, show that static image, and how many years later you still have you have
that
nothing?
Still pisses me off that they're like, hey, we're making Elder Scrolls 6, and then silence. I'm like, okay, well, cool. I want another Elder Scrolls games. But like, nothing. I'm like...
It was around 50 people that was in there.
Yeah,
and
that's pretty low for a AAA studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have someone that has talent, He formed one studio. You guys bought his studio.
Mhm.
He was starting to work on something. You shut it down. He goes and makes another studio and is starting up again. You give him money again and buy him, but you don't do anything with it. That's the thing. Like, yeah, Concord was able to get released. You've got other games, these live services. Like, it seems to me Sony is just, okay, we're chopping off fingers here to save some of the money, especially because corporate tax is coming soon due, and just be like,
What else can we do? Let's raise prices on our hardware.
yeah.
And on the
Sony is just it's mismanagement to the, like, I don't know, degree, and they can't just seem to. I wanted to see what this would have been like. What were you gonna do? Were you gonna do a first person shooter? Were you gonna do something else? Like, what it would have been? It would have been a single player game, but I'm sure because you have this guy that has the skills for Call of Duty Zombies, have some kind of multiplayer component, and if you can get a decent multiplayer, it's good for you guys. But it's like, what? As Fryman said, fire Herman Hulse. He needs to go. I agree. He needs to go. They need to put some people. They need to get some people in here that are like, okay, we've got all these live service games that we're just praying that work out. The ones that are in, crap position like Concord and stuff like that, cut these. Okay, we got some single player games that are going to take a bit to cook in. Let's put some of the money into them because they'll be a lot cheaper. And we can, if you think about the PlayStation brand, and especially over time, you're thinking of it of single player experiences. That's what PlayStation the longest time was. They have had good multiplayer games and multiplayer modes in games, but that is what they're known for.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like, I would have been interested to see what he would have made, but I'll never know now because they decided to say, like, oh yeah, you're only a year in, axe you. Meanwhile, like, you could have axed a lot of your live service games because they're bad.
I mean, they did. But once you do that, you got to recoup your money. Yeah. So that's why this is happening.
Or not release a lot of live service games.
But money's still gone.
So,
yeah, true.
But
I think it's money. That's the problem with the world.
Sadly.
Money. But I think I'm interrupting now. You keep going this time. I'll say the joke later. It's gonna work out later.
Okay, okay, buddy, got this. This ain't the worst story though, right, Burley? We saved the best for last.
Oh no!
Yeah. Fortnite dev is laying off staff, shutting down games.
Wow!
Is layoffs impacting more than 1,000 employees?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Also, V-Bucks are more expensive.
Yep.
That's a lot.
I was going to make that. So they're cutting that, but yet these layoffs are part of a broader restructuring that includes over 500 million in cuts across marketing contractors and unfilled roles. Sorry. So it's just like Epic, because Epic makes a ton of money on Fortnite. Like, and plus they do make some money on the Epic Game Store. It's not Steam money, but they are making money on it because they would not be continuing the Epic Game Store if they weren't making money. And like Epic, I will give them this credit. They do if you buy a game on Epic, more the money that goes to developer than compared if you buy it on Steam. That is something Epic has done right. They've done a lot of wrong, and like this is just like, you guys, the Epic is not hurting for me. They have money. But because you do this, you fire off, get rid of a lot of people, you look leaner, you looks better on there for the shareholders, the CEO. I would say he get his other yacht, but the CEO has done some good of, like, protecting some forestry and all stuff like that. So I'll give him credit there.
Amazon. He bought like a very, very big area in the Amazon to protect it from deforestation.
Yeah,
so that's something positive.
That's good, but that's him doing it, not Epic. Epic, however, they're just we're just gonna throw all this, but yet we're gonna still put all these money for Fortnite. As you said, they raised the price of V-Bucks quite a bit. It wasn't like, hey, I don't know the numbers, so forgive me. 500 V-Bucks is $5. Let's say it's not like like we're making it $6 for 500 V-Bucks, where it's just a small increase. It's now like, give us $10 for 500 V-Bucks. You're gonna pay it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes back to that conversation that we were talking before. It's digital. What's the cost? The world is not impacting the cost of virtual money. It's not. It's again. It's bad stuff. You guys know. I don't want to be pessimistic talking about this. I don't like this because I'm talking as a consumer. I've said this. This is the first time I'm saying this. I'm talking as a consumer. I don't like it. In my head, I really can't understand. I do understand hardware is something physical. You need to get now to do some virtual coin, raising the price of virtual coin. And let's be honest, I know Fortnite is still a big thing, and they've managed to survive very long because they became very creative with the skins, with their collabs, all of that. But I don't think Fortnite is in the position of rising the price at the moment because they are not as big as they used to be. And if they try to squeeze money out of people because they are not as big as they used to be, people will tend to flock to other games. I assume that's what's going to happen. If they, like, say, 2021, 2022, when it was peak Fortnite, if they rose the price at that time, I would say, yeah, it's okay. Everyone's playing, it's enjoying, everything is good. Right now, I do understand maybe they need money to get more collabs. Maybe that's the reason, which I don't think that's it. But
those collabs cost a lot of money, though.
They do collabs. Yeah. I think
It does cost them money, but every time those collabs happen, it's raining money.
Burley went to play Fortnite because of Simpsons. I never thought I would see Burley play
Simpsons
Fortnite.
and Fryman made me.
Playing Fryman.
I was there.
No, he was there, and he says, "You gotta play it, Burley. You gotta play it, Burley. You gotta play it, Burley. You gotta play it, Burley."
Come on, it's Simpsons, Burley. And then we fought Evil Homer while you were dressed as Evil Homer.
Yes, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So yeah, in my opinion, this is utter bullshit. It's all financial. Again, I do understand the firing people. Maybe they got some type of something they were preparing, but now the virtual coin raising the price of virtual coin. I'm afraid EAFC is next. They're gonna rise the FIFA points again. I'm screwed. I need a second job.
Well, this is why we got to get you off EAFC. Save you the money.
Yes.
It's time for you to become addicted to Yakuza and just play that instead. Just grind those cabaret missions in real estate.
Especially now with the pricing.
We're gonna do a TikTok video. 1 day playing Yakuza, 2 days playing Yakuza, 3 days and going with the girls.
1 month playing Yakuza, 1 year after playing Yakuza.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like you just start dressing up as the characters from Yakuza.
Exactly. But a knife patch and stuff like that. Yeah, that's gonna be it.
I feel like with the price increases, we're going to get a lot more, because like kids do play this. I feel like there's going to be a lot more angry parents.
Oh yeah,
because a lot of kids takes their parents' credit cards and I have read articles where like kids has taken their parents' credit cards and put their parents in debt just so they can get V-Bucks.
That's why you're poor. That's what you did. You did the same thing. You stole the credit card.
And I'm just like,
I think we all did that at one point.
And like,
to be fair,
see, and you can see Levi's eye in the corner there. He's like, "You did that, father. You did it to your father's credit card."
And like I do kind of feel for the parents of like their credit card goes missing, and all of a sudden they're in debt, and could possibly make them lose their homes or depending on what jobs they are in, lose their jobs. Because I know your credit can affect certain jobs, especially if you're in like governmental type of jobs. But like at the same time, it's like, one, parents, you should hide your credit cards a little bit more easier from your kids, but I know sometimes that can be hard.
Mm-hmm.
And two, it's you can't even tell parents to parent their kids when they take their credit cards, because like kids can be sneaky of stealing shit. So like I'm not even gonna fault the parents there, but I'm like at the same time, it's like I feel like this price increase is gonna may do a lot more negative than good, because I feel like if kids do steal their parents' credit cards to buy their V-Bucks like they did when this was at the peak, I feel like they might get a lot of angry parents.
True. You're right.
And it could be even angry like adults that work a 9-to-5 job, they make a little bit of extra money that they could put into the game, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh well, I might not be able to play the game anymore because I can't afford V-Bucks or whatever.
Exactly.
So they could lose people as well. Because I never played Fortnite because it was just never a game for me. But
yeah, that's got to tell you though, the game that was always kind of on the top, especially during the pandemic, now it's starting to fall down. That's how bad everything really has truly gotten.
Yeah,
exactly.
If you guys remember, this game first came out as a battle royale.
Yes.
Back.
No, it was a tower defense game.
Oh, a tower
yeah.
defense game. Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
And it, I don't know how, but they stumbled into a BR. What is it called? The battle royale. Sorry, it became a battle royale. Forgive me. But like it just interesting how it accidentally became a battle royale and then climbed up to the top. And then, as you were saying, Fubu, 2021, 2022 is his peak, and now it's like slowly coming down.
Yeah.
And it's affecting 1,000 employees. Like I feel bad because I think of the lives, I think of the well-being and those people's ability to live and pay bills and put food on the table. I just don't get. I mean, I get it as a business point of view because they're making cuts in order to save money. So altogether, they're saving $500 million, but they're affecting human beings, right? And so I think I look at this as like when they were at the top, they weren't caring about what they brought on in terms of resources, other people to do different jobs. They should have been a little more cautious with that. Trying to run it a little lean at that time to avoid this problem now, but I don't know. I don't run a business, so I'm not familiar with that. Like,
I thought it was battle royale at the beginning too, then turned into tower defense.
I mean,
it was tower defense, then it became
it was the opposite. I thought it was battle royale first.
They struck while the iron was hot, because when they did become a battle royale, that's when the genre really started to take off and become more mainstay in gaming.
Yeah, PUBG at the same time.
Yeah, well, that was when it was still. That's when it was still in early access. Funny enough.
Yeah,
it sucks. It's just people losing their jobs. Job is basically their livelihood. You know.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Yeah, definitely do not try to join the gaming industry right now. At this point, you might as well be waiting like 2 to 3 years before anything.
Yeah.
Well, like hopefully this is we're gonna have more layoffs throughout the year. Like it's the inevitability. It's the gaming industry. It has such a high turnover and all that. It sucks. But hopefully we won't have another big one like this where it's going to be 1,000 employees kind of thing throughout the year. I'm hoping. But you're gonna like Ubisoft, I have a feeling we're going to be talking about them later on this year of another, 50 jobs here, or so many here, so many there. Like, because Ubisoft is spread out in so many countries, and
or the inevitable Assassin's Creed 4 remake that's totally confirmed at this point. And I think even they confirmed it now to be real.
Yeah.
The second that comes out, and then there are those that are like, I'm going to go buy this, even though it's like, I don't know about that because Ubisoft. It's like I don't think we should be buying from them for a while, given everything they've done.
Assassin's Creed 4, is that one Black Flag?
Yes.
Yeah, it's Black Flag. There's for some reason remaking Black Flag, and I'm like, I don't know why, but whatever.
Well, it's because it was because after how 3 was and how 3 ended with the story, they were like, we can't have another game. We need to get another game in this series. Quick. And they're like, well, we have this pirate game we were making. Throw Assassin's Creed in there. And to their credit, it did work. Like 4 was a good game, and it did things well. Like as an Assassin's Creed game, the assassin part is not that great, but as a pirate open world, and when you get your ship and all that and your crew, and that is great. Like the naval stuff started in 3 but was perfected in 4. They really got that down quite well.
I was gonna say, wasn't he a pirate first and then stumbled into the assassin thing?
Yeah, that's the intro. Yeah.
Yeah, and also I think there's rumors of a new Far Cry is going to get announced probably at Summer Games Fest. So I'm like, yeah, I still like Far Cry, but that's a franchise that kind of like they've really not done much with it. I thought 6 was just okay at best, but it just felt like
boring. I heard.
Yeah, it was kind of was. The only good thing was if you liked 5, you liked 6, and Giancarlo Esposito as the villain actually was good, but his character was kind of lame because he barely does it. He just shows up and is a dictator and doesn't do anything really. So
yeah, I have 4. I played a bit of it, and I forgot. I never got into it. Like I played the first 3-4 hours.
And 4 was just a better 3, and that was it. Even
that's the thing. I hear 3 and 2 are the ones that if you're gonna play.
2 is good.
I would definitely, if you can play 2, go for it.
Well, I think that's enough on the sour news of the gaming industry, but we're still going to talk Crimson Desert here. I'm just going to get the little thing of it, because I know there was a little thing about, because we made mention of it, Crimson Desert and chunky cats.
I want all the chunky cats. Sorry, Levi, you're not chunky enough.
Damn. I feel bad for Levi.
Well, he's healthy, so that's why. Oh my god!
I just found this quickly on Reddit.
That's a lot of cats.
And the cat, look, they're dressed. They're dressed.
Yeah,
one has
night armor.
Yeah.
You've got one with a hiking kind of gear, and one with like a Spanish ship captain kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
This looks...
Okay, maybe it's a good idea for me to not get this. Cause I would spend hours and hours and hours on dressing up, like getting all the cats and dressing them up. If I freaked out,
And there's Levi right there.
Yeah, Levi over close to the end of the screen.
You can befriend multiple species too. I think cats, dogs. I don't know if there's anything else.
I know all the NPCs do have some kind of affinity gauge that you can have, and it is tracked every time.
You can adopt them as well.
Yeah, that too.
Buy clothes. They help you in battles too. The looting enemies that you kill.
Well, that's good because I've heard the looting system. You have to pick individual items.
Yeah,
you can't just do press Y to or whatever console. Press Y to get everything.
It's like Red Dead Redemption 2.
No, hang on a second. I've killed people in the game, and then I see X for interaction because I'm using a controller. I press it, and it just picks up everything.
Okay.
Maybe it was the update.
Day 1 patch. Yeah, exactly. Maybe it could be the update because I didn't get that far into killing others until maybe a little later.
Okay. Like, if I played this game, like I said, I feel like I would spend hours and hours and hours and hours just putting clothing on cats. Because if I freaked out about giving my rots in Cana hats.
Hats, yes.
Multiple different hats, and freaked out. I was like, oh my god, they can wear hats. I feel like I'm going to spend hours of dressing up my cats looking like little knights and all that. I'm like, yeah, maybe it's a good idea for me to not play this game. Maybe it's a good idea.
There you go. Crimson Desert players are ignoring the story to collect an army of cats.
Exactly.
So is that something both Kirok and Fryer, next time you boot up Crimson Desert, are you going And like, well, we're going to spend 2 to 5 hours here today and
Try
get my army of cats.
Yes,
Well, I'll get an army of dogs personally, but yeah, I could do that too.
I'll do the cats.
Look,
Sorry,
yeah,
go
go
ahead.
No, I was gonna say I know it's very skeptical. Yeah, that's the word, skeptical of this game on at least especially the last episode, and I have to reply to turn-based Carl. I guess sometimes a finger up the ass is good. I guess.
Oh my!
To the viewers, if you don't understand what Fugu just said, go watch episode 2 and look at the comments.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I forgot.
It was
all that.
episode 3, I think. It was
Yeah,
episode
it was
3.
last
Sorry,
episode,
episode 3. Episode
Yeah.
3.
That's the only
man.
thing I have to say. I've seen only Kurok. I haven't seen other, at least the people I follow the most on Twitch. Well, there's Armelikeg also plays a little bit, but I've seen the person that I've seen the most playing this game is Kurok. And either Kurok is an amazing streamer, but he's making this game look fantastic, something that I was not expecting. It looks so good. And honestly, I have my other priorities in life. Like the only game I like to buy like day one is EAFC for reasons for my content. Obviously, I tend to avoid buying games because I want to. I'm saving money for a house, basically that. I think I'm going to break the rule with this game because this game feels like it is very, very worth it. I still don't know the story about the game, but
No, I don't either.
I think no one knows the story.
I don't know it either.
I mean, I kind of know it, but you're not playing it for the story. I'll just tell you that right now.
Yeah, exactly. No, and that's the thing. And like I've mentioned on our Discord, I will get this game. I need to take the car to the shop at the beginning of the month. If it's not too expensive and I can leeway a little bit of money, I will definitely buy the game after I finish Octopath, because Leah doesn't let me buy another game until I finish Octopath.
That's a good practice.
Yeah.
No. What Leah do? Maybe she'll hang it as the carrot with the stick to get you to finish Octopath. I'll buy you Crimson Desert if you finish Octopath.
The other day, a few weeks ago, I was with my best friend at the shop, and I was looking at the game like Metal Gear. I was like, I want to buy Metal Gear because I haven't played the remake. Like, I literally was going to grab Metal Gear. He just grabs me by the collar. Not until he finished Octopath, and he just shoots me. That shit. Yeah, you're right. I need to finish Octopath, and but again, Octopath. I still haven't touched the PlayStation Plus games, by the way. Just that's how busy I am. But when I get this game, when I get this game, I will definitely get an army of cats.
Same thing
Sounds
with me.
good. Yeah.
I
That, though. Here you go.
as far
Fubu.
as
I'll let you borrow
story
my
goes-
copy. Here you go. bud.
there you
Thanks,
go.
send it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
As far as story goes, I have okay. So there's always in games like this kind, there's always main quests, and then there's always side quests, right? Other things you can do to occupy your time. I get lost in the side quests.
Yeah.
I'm the kind of guy who goes, wow, this looks amazing. Whoa, what's over there? And I just go over there, or I may plot a point to go to where I need to go to continue the main quest line. But on the way there, I find 5 or 6 different side quests, and those take up my time. So as far as story goes, I'm not too familiar with what's going on with the story, but every little bit that I have gotten as I've done some of the main quest line, I am liking what I see. It leaves a little bit of mystery. It doesn't explain a whole lot, so it makes you want to continue. But I play anybody when you get this game, play it the way you like playing it. That's all I can say. Right? Everybody plays these kinds of games slightly differently. I'm the kind of guy who just goes all over the place, talking to everybody, picking up all kinds of different little quests, side quests, and trying to complete those. I have a bad habit of ignoring mainline quests when in reality, the way they usually design games like this, I did it in Horizon Forbidden West. What they usually do is, as you do your mainline quest, you get really significant upgrades that'll help you in the side quests. But I missed out on those because I like saving the main quest for later and doing all the side quests. So play it how you like. You'll enjoy it. It's a good game.
Yeah, that's the same thing with me. Like when I play like Skyrim, I tend to do side quests more than the main story. I feel like in Skyrim the main quests is a little bit more stronger than the main story. And then again, when I play like The Witcher 3, I tend to do like Witcher contracts and like side content first.
Got it.
People don't like Gwent, but I will play Gwent.
He will play Gwent.
Now that I understand how to play it, I will play it. Like obviously the main plot, like the whole like main story is still strong, but like I tend to go for side content more than the main story. And by the time I get onto the main story, you're like, oh, recommend level 10. Here am I like level 30 because I get side quests. I'm like, well,
That's me in Octopath Traveler.
Yeah. But I guess I'm the opposite. I've been just going for the main story, primarily because, especially I learned early on, that's when the powers and all your other stuff start getting unlocked. And as far as I remember, I am in Act 3, almost done. And I've done some side stuff. The most I've done though is just the bounty quests that you can pick up.
Those are fun.
Yeah, I do like those, especially the first one I did where I randomly run into the first guy that they introduce you, and I just grab him like, oh hey, there you are. My job's done. Like tie him up. Like
That was
go. Yeah, that was the easiest thing ever. But most of the main quests, though, like when they are introducing powers and showing you the world and like some of the side things you can do, besides, the arm wrestling one that they show very much at the start, there's another one where you can do rock, paper, scissors with a group of kids.
Yep.
I lost, unfortunately. Bastards.
Rock, paper, shit, shoot.
Yeah. But I've liked a lot of when they show a bit more and kind of where the story could go. But the story, what it's shown is just very run of the mill. It's a quest it's very much just a quest of these two warring kingdoms are fighting, and one's obviously the one you're a part of is the more heroic one, the other one's more barbaric, and it starts with you assumingly dying and everyone else is dead, and now here you are brought back by some higher power, and now you have all these powers that you can use. And I will say I like the powers that I have, especially the force palm one is what they call it, where you literally just push people. And then I've unlocked more combat ability, such as doing a drop kick, which is fun, especially with one of the bosses that you can use it on. It was great. And then I got the Tears of the Kingdom Ultra Hand ability, lets you pick things up and move it around.
Cool.
That's where one of the puzzles that I saw in one of the previews from several creators is the whole talk of this game doesn't really hold your hand, and it kind of doesn't, but it's also like, if you played games like this, it's very easy, because they were getting stuck at this puzzle where you use the Ultra Hand, you move things around to conduct power, and then you have to like climb up this giant button and push it, but it's just like, I don't know where everyone's saying this game does not tell you what to do. It's like, that game told me exactly what to freaking do. I'm like, what? How are y'all getting stuck at this? This was easy. And so I also got the ability to fly, and it's very much like the paraglider from Zelda. And so the world is slowly opening itself to me, but I know past Act 3 and above, it's like the game really does take a turn. And I do like what I'm doing, but I won't lie, even just focusing on the main quest, there's a lot of monotony that's in there, because you're literally just it's literally just like quests similar to like Red Dead Redemption, where you're just doing quests that eventually will move the plot forward, and it's very slow, especially because most of it is just go here, you'll see this, after you talk to an NPC, you go here, you go there, you do this thing, and then thing happens, and then you don't know if that's going to bring anything, but it does eventually do something. And sometimes you'll fight, and the most fun I've had with combat, besides the drop kick and using some of the powers, is sometimes a tree does get knocked down, and I picked it up and literally beat everyone with a giant piece of tree.
I just got the ability to pick up the tree.
Yeah, because there's a power where you pick things, you can pick and move things up as well. Not like the Ultra Hand, but it's like very specific things you can just pick up and move. And anytime I see that happen with a tree, I'm like, I'm doing that. And I do like the combat. My only thing is it doesn't feel like free form as I want it to be, where it just feels like there's a delay every time you hit a button. It feels like Dark Souls almost, where it's like you have to wait and there's like an invincible stamina gauge you don't really see. So it feels weird, but I've gotten used to it, especially using the powers is good. But just to go off of what Kirok said earlier when we were talking about what we were playing, it's like, yeah, those controls are something.
They are.
That's all I'm going to say. It's like the very unintuitive controls. Now, I know there's a patch coming sometime this year where they're going to let you rebind the controls to how you like it. But this one is just like, it feels like a very poorly put together Tears of the Kingdom, because these controls remind me of Tears of the Kingdom because it was on Nintendo and they have their little unique way of how buttons are going to be mapped. So it's weird and you get used to it, but it's just like you have the basic controls. Like I got a controller, you got the basic controls here, and then it's like, oh, push these two buttons to do certain attack, or click L3 to use the Ultra Hand, and then also click L3 and like L2 to like control and move this thing at the same time. And it's like it's not only not properly explained sometimes, it just feels clunky as all hell.
It does. Yeah. Agreed 100%. Controls are I'm happy to report, because I played exclusively with control, but I've started playing a little bit with the keyboard and mouse, and that follows more the traditional, mouse attack is this button, the strong attack is this button. So I think a keyboard and mouse feels a little better. I'm going to try a stream with just keyboard and mouse, but because I've learned the controls on a controller, I have to go look at all the mappings for each button and figure out exactly what all of them are, because I found myself in a position where I was like, oh, how do I do that? I don't know which button it is. And I start pressing all the buttons just to find it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. The controller's clunky. They could have done that better.
I'm like,
I did also saw a news, but I don't know if it was debunked or not, but they were saying that also in the future there was going to be a DLC to add multiplayer. I don't know if that's I saw that, but I've also I saw the post, then I saw the news that it was debunked, but so you never know, because it would be really fun if you could team up with other people to do like stronger opponents, following from their footsteps from their previous game, which is an actual online game. They already have the expertise, so maybe they're doing like a GTA 5 where they release the offline first and then they release the online. I hope that
I do know their new project. I think it's called Doke V. That's where it's more of like a sandbox kind of open world game. That one is they've upped the production on that one following Crimson Desert's launch, and also I think since its launch, it's sold over 2 million very quickly. So that's pretty good. Glad it's doing well, but I still see the mixed reviews. I understand why it's not for everybody.
Yeah, but I want to try the game and stuff like that, but just at the price point it's at, and it's like I don't know if this is a game I'm going to, if I pay even getting it cheaper on some of these key sites when you can, because it's sold out on like Fanatical and stuff like that. So it's like, do I want to know it? Will I enjoy it enough to get the price that I'm going to pay it? I'm just going to wait, since they have been doing some updates and I would love for them to do the changing so you can change and customize the controls to whatever you want them to be, especially if you're using controller, because that is annoying when you have like, because apparently if it's like, if you're playing with mouse and keyboard, it's like control is block and then you have to use F3 to heal. So trying to do that while you've got your hands situated, it's like, I don't know if I could do it that way, but I would be honest, I'd be playing with controller, but it's still like, And then this is not an easy game. Like, there is no difficulty options, and you're not leveling up yourself. You're leveling up your gear and other stuff.
You do have a skill tree, actually.
Yeah.
You do have a skill tree where you unlock more stuff. So you are leveling up as you play through certain quests. It's not so much you're getting
Traditional.
XP. Yeah, you're not getting XP. You're getting materials to upgrade your certain abilities, because the certain, what they call the abyss abilities, which is, the ultra hand, the cloak, the flies, and then the force palm, and then the other one that lets you pick up a tree, of course. Those are separate. Those are very separate to how to the other upgrades. But as you play through quests, you'll get other things that upgrade your individual stats, like health, stamina, and I think what was the other one? Oh, your spirit. Yes, thank you. So it's not so bad, and I don't think it's really, even though I've died a few times, the checkpoints are very, very generous. You just literally go back to where you died, and then you try again. I don't think it's that bad in that regard. It's just very different, to be fair.
Alrighty. Anything else on Crimson Desert?
No.
I want Chubby Cat.
I was going to do another joke, but I'll keep it PG, so I'll just shut up.
Dare I ask what is it?
No. Fryman would say, it's a bit different. And like, yeah, like a finger up the ass. It's different. Hey, I blame Carl, and I want to say this here. Carl, I miss you, man. You're the GOAT. Really love you, man. You're the best.
When I see that comment, I was like, wait, what the fuck? And I was like, oh wait, he did say that in the episode.
Well, because there was the whole thing with the collector's edition, or the deluxe edition, and when Kirok was reading off one of the items, he says a certain thing, and then Fubu was like, "What, really?" And Kirok's just like, "No." That was just sort of one of the best moments I've had this year. That was too freaking good. If that moment wasn't recorded and someone told me that, I wouldn't have believed it. But because we actually have the video evidence of it,
there's proof. There's proof.
There is proof.
I had to pull back up the videos. Like, oh yeah, Carl pretty much did quote exactly what he said.
Yeah. Oh.
I do love you too, Carl. You are missed. I miss watching you.
Mm-hmm.
Carl's an awesome friend and supporter of the channel. But yeah, no, that is Crimson Desert, and overall I would say that is episode 4 for the We Do podcast. We will be figuring out when we're going to do episode 5. Might not be next week because you've got it's a shorter week, Easter celebrations and stuff. Right. So I'm kind of leaning we probably won't do next week, but we'll see. Things change all the time. So, but we will let you know as we get things in motion, and we will be doing Life is Strange reunion review once I do finish it, and Fatal Frame 2 remake review once that is finished. So there's some 2 reviews we've got coming in the near weeks, and then and as we get more soon enough, we're going to get the PlayStation games for April. So I'm assuming Fubu and Merple will be be teaming up again to make that. So
I mean, if Fubu wants to, I'm not gonna make them.
Me and Merple, we're a dynamic duo. We're amazing. Yes. We can do this. We can do this. There's already now I'm blanking, but there was already a leak for next month, and it was actually an okay game. Let me see now. Now I'm blanking, but I know
Lords of Fallen.
Lords of Fallen, exactly. That's a good game. Thank you. That is actually a very, very good game to try out, especially if you're a more Souls-like game, which I'm not, but I might give it a go just to try it out because I like my action games. But yeah, that's already a good start to the month. Let's see what they're going to give more. They're going to give 2 more games at least. I'm assuming maybe something more indie because I've noticed they've been doing that. They've been giving a little bit more indie games. So I'm hoping for a nice game. I would like to see. I don't know if it's still available on the other tiers of the PlayStation service, but Dave the Diver. I think that's something they should give to everyone that has the lower tier, because Dave the Diver is just an amazing game, and it has a lot of DLCs. They could monetize those DLCs if people.
Plus later this year we got the Dave in the Jungle. I think it is.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't remember if that's summer. I think it's like June.
And I'm telling you now, that's I think, if it's not very expensive, might be a day one buy for me, because I was not expecting to fall in love with Dave the Diver. I was not expecting, and it's so, because they sell you that it's a fishing game. I was like, I hate fishing. Like, even in Seven Deadly Sins, I barely did fishing. I hate fishing. Then it's actually a roguelike where you fish, and then you go back and you have to manage a sushi restaurant. And I was like, bro, this is, and I love sushi, to be honest. And I start, because you have the fishing gameplay, and then you have helping in the restaurant, like serving, cleaning, taking drinks, doing this, upgrading, then getting servers open. It's like they didn't sell that game well. This one, the next one, I know what they're doing. I'm going to be more into it. I'm going to probably, because again, it's not going to be the most expensive game. I'm thinking about 40 euros or something like that, because it's very low graphics and it's not the most complex game. So I would like to see that game on the PlayStation Plus, the lower tier, because everyone deserves to play that game.
That's some stuff we've got coming. And thank you all so much for listening. This has been a lot of fun. And we will see you all next time with episode 5. Take care now.
Everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.